Greenwood Village. They adopted an ordinance to regulate the use of small unmanned aircraft. Now, to me, it's so stupid because this is common sense, I would think. It's unlawful it says, for a person to knowingly and intentionally use an unmanned aircraft to observe another person or to capture or transmit an image, sound, or other physical impression of another person where they have a reasonable expectation of privacy. What's a reasonable expectation of privacy? I'll tell you what it is. Well, you know, Sean's going to tell me. Sean Olson is in to talk about malpractice and other things, Olson Law Firm. He used to be, he handled employment law too. He knows a lot about employment law. He's not going to take employment law cases, but he'll be happy to answer any questions about that, along with malpractice. Here's the other thing. I would say an expectation of privacy is exactly what it says. Like you're in a backyard and it's fenced and you're near your swimming pool naked. I don't know. What do you think, Sean? Is that an expectation of privacy?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely an expectation of privacy.
But if you're walking down the street, not an expectation. Exactly. Yeah. And we used to have that where you were in news. Weren't you at one time? Were you a journalist?
I was.
Photojournalist?
Yeah, a long time ago.
You were a photojournalist, right?
I was, correct.
Okay.
We always see celebrity pictures, whether in their backyard or wherever, topless or whatever. How do they do
Here,
that?
Sean will tell you, you can go where the naked eye can see. If you use a ladder to assist you, that's considered invasion. If you use a telephoto lens or something the eye would not see. Isn't that what we used to learn in those seminars?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, you know, when you're talking about a reasonable expectation.
Even somebody in their bedroom with the windows open, with the shades open, if you can see it from the street, you can use it.
Yeah, depending on where the observer is. You know?
Yeah, you can't put a ladder up or climb up a tree.
Right. Yeah, you can't walk a half a mile from someone's wooded.
But where the normal person would see you, they can see you. So then there was a question about people going over celebrity weddings in a helicopter. Was that invasion?
What did they determine?
In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. Isn't that weird? You know, so anyway, it's just weird. Olivia, welcome. What's going on, Olivia? Hi, Olivia. What's going on?
Well, I'm going to start by saying that I've been doing speech therapy and cognitive therapy because I have brain injury.
So you want me to go easy on you? I understand that, Olivia. Go ahead. I have a lot of patience. But I will want to ask questions. Go ahead. What's going on, Olivia?
Well, I was going to say I was worried about Mark shutting me down.
Why would I shut you down?
You scare me.
Okay, well don't let him scare you. Go ahead. What's happening?
Well, I'm doing the. I talked to you about a year ago.
A year ago. Why? What's the problem today?
A year ago.
Let's talk about today. What's going on?
I still have the same problem. I was talking to you about a family case that I have going on with custody.
Are you already divorced?
Yes.
Okay, and what is the child? You said custody. What is the current parenting order or plan sanctioned by the courts currently?
Currently, it's like a joint custody type deal.
But what's the parenting time? What's the parenting time?
So I have the kids during the school year, during the week, and then we split summer on and off.
But what do you do during the school year?
We get weekends, 2 out of 3 weekends.
Okay, so do you do every other weekend, kind of, or not?
We get 2 weekends, I get 1.
Okay, so what is going on?
Well, he got charged with a child abuse case in 2017, and I had talked to you then because it was in Wells County.
Well, whose child did he abuse?
Well, he abused our child together, my little girl. He got a physical child abuse charge.
Did he do a sentence?
No, because he was acquitted.
Okay, then I don't want to talk about it.
No, but that's when I had talked to you about it.
Okay, so what are we
last time.
talking about today?
So when he got charged with that, he filed for full custody, and so now we've got this full custody thing where he's trying to get custody of the kids.
It's not. Listen, it's not unusual for couples to fight about
Right.
custody. It's not unusual. And the courts usually make pretty wise decisions. They really do. So but what is the problem, Olivia? Having a spouse fight you for custody is not something in and of itself we can help with. That's a natural course of events. But I'm not trying to shut you down. I'm just saying that's a natural course of events. But what are you finding to be an extra problem?
Well, there's a lot of problems. The problem is that he does abuse the kids, and he's trying to get custody of the kids.
So you still are convinced that he is a child abuser?
Yeah, my daughter came home with handprints, bruises on her bottom.
Now, wait a minute. Okay.
It is an issue.
Do you have a family investigator?
Oh, yeah, there's a family investigator involved right now. So the problem is that she's a problem right now, I guess. I don't know
now,
how to
Olivia,
Olivia,
I'm going to tell you something, okay? Really. Family investigators are often thrown under the bus, and they're not liked by one or the other in a marital situation. But I have never seen ever seen in 40 years. They haven't had child family investigators for 40 years, but they've had similar types of guardian ad litems and things. But whether it's a CFI or a guardian ad litem or whatever, I have never, and I mean never seen once, not once, where we've investigated, where a family child investigator or where a CFI would purposely endanger a child, ever, okay? Ever. They usually err on the side of caution, usually. But what they are used to and what they usually do is they're very, 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 very cautious also on accusations. So I'm not going to shut you down. I'll talk to you. But I want you to know I truly have never seen a CFI. I know we hear about it. Oh, they made the wrong decision. They know my daughter's being raped by my husband, and they refuse to look at her. They're being beaten, and she refuses to. Now, I have never known that ever to be true, ever. And I mean, I've looked into them because I've been, convinced. Oh, this CFI must be bad.
The guy was also acquitted too.
Yeah. Now, I am not saying you don't have a case. I'm not saying there isn't something there. But you have a CFI. And a CFI is not going to purposely and intentionally cater to an abuser. Hold on if you want to talk, Olivia. I want to know your evidence. Honest to God, I do. I'm not saying it never happens. I also want to take other calls. 303-713-TALK.
This report is sponsored by
Napa. Tom, 1 minute, Excel Roofing Long. Excel Roofing Long.
Well, Spartan's drive across town is looking better than it did during the rush hour.
Suzanne, get your teeth today.
Commerce City still heavy. Eastbound stop and go by 76. Southbound by 25, a bit slow downtown.
It's exciting stuff,
Yeah, she's not going to slow her teeth. No, she has a minor cousin.
She's veneers. She told me about it on the way up.
She's psyched.
That's exciting. 20 seconds, Excel Roofing Long.
A slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms with a high of 82. Right now, few clouds and 71. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner.
Did you try the other one? Try the good one.
No, I just want to see if this is Auto Care Centers. Get a $75 prepaid Visa card when you spend $250 on quality Napa brakes at participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa.
Seems better.
Let me start over. Excel Roofing is one of the best companies I know, and I say it every day. Why? Because Jay Bretz knows how to run a company. Now, he's a roofer, so you might think, okay, what does that have to do with roofing? Because he carries the standard of excellence into his roofing supervisors, his workers, his vehicles, every way he does business. His contracts are fully detailed. He won't take a dime, not a dime. No, he doesn't say, can I have that insurance check, or I have money up front to keep you in my contract? No, because listen, if you cancel, you cancel. There's never a penalty. He simply wants to be paid when you're 100% satisfied. There is no other roofer that can stand up to this. None. ExcelRoofing.com, as in excellent. 303-761-6400. I wish they all did it that way, but they don't. Now, it's not mandatory. It's just the Excel way. ExcelRoofing.com, 303-761-6400.
With Amazon Music, the voice is all you need.
Yeah, you've been acting so conspicuous. You flip it on me, say I think too much. You're moving different when we making love.
Alexa, play Who Do You Love? Okay.
Get unlimited access to over 50 million songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
I'm Tom Martino for Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan, because Ideal wants to make sure if they do a refinance for you, they put you in Being in a better position than you were before means you have a shorter term or a lower rate for both, or that you maybe consolidated some debt, and then they can tell you how to pay off that portion faster. They also have credit optimization where they can help you tweak.
John, your number's still the same, isn't it?
It is. Yep. All that information is still the same.
Have the rate guaranteed. So if rates
303-586-7297.
That is it.
You know,
charge over the next
let me know when you can turn the audio off.
303-867-7000. Whether you are refinancing
Well, you let me know,
check out their pre-approval. If you're buying, it's like a cash offer. Yes.
You're already approved, not pre-qualified, approved. All you need is the appraisal. 303-867-7000, idealhomeloans.com. Closing in 3 weeks or less, idealhomeloans.com.
I'm Angela Aranella, buyer for toys at Party City. I have 2 little girls. I'm working to show them that women can work and still be moms. They think actually I'm kind of cool because I buy toys. What am I working for? I'm working to make kids happy. There's really no better feeling than that.
At ADP, we're designing a better way to work so you can achieve what you're working for. HR, talent, time, benefits, and payroll, informed by data and designed for people. Learn more at design.adp.com.
Season after season, quality's the reason people trust K&H Home Solutions. Beautiful windows, siding and doors, roofing, gutters and more. Improving homes for over 60 years. With K&H, the difference is clear. K&H Home Solutions.
Goodbye to winter and hello to the K&H Sign and Save Spring Sale. You save 25% on your entire purchase of windows, doors, and siding. Plus, you get a free upgrade to triple pane glass. 303-421-7100. Better yet, book your own no-obligation home visit at khwindows.com. Get extra pane in the glass, plus 25% off your entire project. Financing available. Triple pane means savings on energy bills in the winter and through the blistering heat. khwindows.com.
K&H Home Solutions has what you're looking for.
khwindows.com.
Ask Alexa to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear a libertarian at his best, Ross Kaminsky, tomorrow morning 5 to 10. If Denver's talking about it, you'll hear it on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, if you have a call us. We also have Sean Olson in with us. We're going to talk about medical malpractice a bit, and then some other questions. As I said, he doesn't really practice employment law, but he has a lot of experience. I'd love to ask him some questions on that. But we had a medical malpractice call just yesterday, and the man was 76 years old. And he had a lot of problems going in. In personal injury, like a car accident or something, if a person has a eggshell skull, they call it, or is susceptible to injury because they're frail, and they get into a car accident, insurance companies and defendants are not allowed to use that as a defense, saying, well, the normal person wouldn't have been injured that bad, right? They're not allowed to do that, are they?
That's exactly right.
What about in malpractice? What if the guy's 76 years old? He's old. He's sickly. How can you blame me for his additional problems? That would be a logical defense, wouldn't it, in malpractice?
Well, maybe, maybe not. You know, it really depends on what his condition is, what his issues are, and whether the doctor should know about those issues to begin with. Because, you know, if you bring in a patient who's got issues, they need to be treated differently oftentimes than a patient who doesn't have any issues at all.
Yeah, she was upset that they did a procedure on him. I forget what it was, but they put him in recovery, and they did not. They had an anesthesiologist, a nurse, anesthetist, or maybe she wasn't even that, just a nurse, do the anesthesia, and then they did not monitor him properly for such an old guy. I don't know. I mean, it could have something, but I said this: even if there was malpractice, calculating damages on a 74-year-old or 76-year-old who died, isn't that difficult?
It is probably difficult. I mean, it's a crass way to have to look at it, but that's, you know, what the law requires us.
Well, yeah, and if you're going to work your ass off and spend money on experts and bring people into court seriously, there has to be something at the other end. I mean, it's not because you're a vulture. It's because you have to pay the bill.
It's absolutely
so
right.
And then if you pay the bill and have nothing left over.
So if you have an 85-year-old guy or gal that is on Medicaid, barely gets any money each month, and it's obvious there was some kind of malpractice, something overlooked, the bottom line is there's just no money there, right?
Well, it's not necessarily true. I mean, there could still be some money to be had there, you know, depending on who's left behind, you know, to pay the bills, who's left behind without her economic.
Yeah, but you compare that to a 45-year-old guy that's making $200,000 a year and has got a family. That's a whole different story as far as the damages, right?
It's absolutely a different story. And the same could be, you know, same could be said for a car accident or any other sort of negligence that a lawyer might encounter.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy looking at stuff that way, but that's the damage.
All right, now, I want to go back to Olivia. This is Sean Olson. If you have any problems, questions, or complaints, 303-713-TALK. Do you realize this is the only show where you can get free legal advice on many issues, free accounting advice, free advice from any expert at referralist.com? Contractors, we send out inspectors. No one else does it. Olivia, let me sum this up. You are upset because your husband is asking for custody. He's asking for sole custody. This is not uncommon following a divorce, especially if someone is accused of something. But you're saying you really are upset because they are ignoring his abusive nature. Although he was acquitted, you say he is abusing your children. Have you called the police?
Oh, yeah.
What did the police do? Wait a minute. If they see handprints on your daughter, does your daughter say, Daddy hits me?
Yes, there's police reports.
Why don't they do anything about it?
Well, they have. The state is the one who filed charges against him. I didn't.
No, I know. Why did they drop them, though? Why was he acquitted, I mean?
Well, I wasn't there for that part because I have the children, and they testified, and there were expert witnesses.
So they must have not had enough evidence.
Well, what the CFI's report said that it was acquitted because my daughter recanted on the stand, and I was in the courtroom when she testified, and I didn't hear her recant.
Well, let's put it this way. It's part of the court record. I mean, it's part of the court record. What you think that this CFI truly is biased against you?
Well, when she called, I do.
Why?
When she called, because she said that when...
No, I'm asking, Olivia, I'm asking a logical question. Why would she cater to your husband and not your ex-husband and not you? And why would she be prejudiced against you? Why, Olivia? There must be a reason.
I assume it's because he found her and hired her and paid her.
The court approves her. The court approves her, and the only reason he's paying her is I suspect he has more money than you, and the court ordered him to pay.
Yes, I mean...
Okay, well then, would you rather they ordered... Hold on, Olivia, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. Honest to God, I might help you understand the process. Would you rather they ordered that you pay half?
No, of course not. He's the one who's asking for the CFI.
Do you know why? Because he is sick and tired of being falsely accused. In his mind, that's what he's going to say. He's going to say, you know what? Let a third party take a look. Now, are you suggesting that she's thinking, this guy's paying my bill. I better treat him really nice?
I honestly have no idea.
Good, because that would sound like a nut job. I'm glad you don't have. No, I'm glad you're. No, seriously, you're not making that accusation. What I hear in you is a true concern for your children. But I want to know, is that concern truly because your children are being abused, or is it hysterical accusations because you want to hurt him? It's one or the other. I mean, or a little bit of both. But Olivia, they're either being abused or not. But I'll tell you, if I truly, honest to God, truly believed my kids were being abused, I would take them away and no one would ever find me until I could get it straightened out. I'm saying, really, if I thought my kids were being beaten every time I dropped them off, or I'd hire a private detective. You know, here's what I'd like to know, okay? This child family advocate, you said, it is prejudiced against the dad. What's going on now? I mean, is there anything going on in your case? I'm reading a court order here, and it basically says you have shared custody, and until this is changed, your ex can't do anything. You know, right now you're in the driver's seat. You have primary custody, right?
That's correct.
So what are you upset about? If are you upset that he has the nerve to ask for custody?
Well, no, of course not.
Then what is it? That's what I'm trying to get at. I don't. It's not that I don't want to talk to you. I don't know why you're calling. What is happening to you right now is the normal course of action. You're in a contested divorce. You have a contested parenting agreement, and your ex is trying to get custody. This is all normal course of events. There's nothing unusual here. There's no slap in your face. This guy is saying, hey, I want an independent party to look into both of us. I believe I'm the better parent. That's what he's saying. So what you have to do is be on your best behavior and simply go through it and defend yourself.
Right, but I'm always on my regular behavior. And I do everything normally. Yeah.
So what's the problem?
I wish that you could just have someone look at our
Hey, Tom, apparently the CFI has been threatening her. I don't know if that's true or not.
Is that what she told you?
That's what she told
totally
Daff.
True.
Okay, so let's get right to that. Please, let's get right to Olivia. Let's get right to it. How did the child family investigator threaten you?
He called me on the phone and told me that if I didn't settle outside of court, I would be sorry, and that is a fact.
That could be because she truly means it. She might mean. I mean, she might feel you have a problem.
Wrong.
I mean, she really said.
Let me tell you. I want you to look at what he sent into her.
Maybe they think the kid would be better off with the father. Is that so crazy?
No, it's not crazy.
Listen,
yes.
Can you listen to me for just one
second?
second?
Go ahead.
When she was ordered, we had to turn in like this CFI questionnaire.
Yes.
I turned mine all in, and he turned his in. Well, he contested her order in the end, right? Well, then when he contested it, because I'm my own lawyer, because I can't afford a lawyer, I got the files, and what he turned into her is complete and utter insanity.
Okay, listen, you know what? We're getting into minutia. Olivia, unless you bring up something specific, you don't like the way he filled out his questionnaire. Okay, Olivia, I need to know. Listen, when people go through divorces, they have all kinds of accusations. If you have one, I want to hear it. I really do. I haven't heard anything that holds water. I want to hear something. You know, we hear accusations. I promise you I gave you a fair hearing. You've told me nothing, Olivia. You've told me nothing. Really. You don't like the way he filled out his questionnaire. 303-713-8255.
This report is sponsored by
Tom, 1 minute, K&H Long. K&H Long. You also have a plumb line in this break.
delays, so if you got somewhere to go, now's a good time to try to get there. A few of the typical slow spots: westbound I-70 slow, the elevated portion, westbound 270 heavy either side of Vasquez, and downtown southbound I-25 a bit slow south of the Mousetrap traveling down towards Spear. Single A's on the westbound side of 6th Avenue right now between Sheridan and Wadsworth.
Oh, I know another place that another guy that might want to play racquetball.
Therefore, the
It really is terrible. This bullshit.
Whatever happened to
20 seconds.
I don't know
how people survive it.
I don't know how the hell anyone does
Good
family law.
It is absolutely beyond me. I've done 3 family law cases.
Yeah, to be a psychologist.
I will never do it.
Oh yeah. The one I'm talking about is his name is Scott.
It attracts some of the worst of the worst.
Okay, guys.
Dirty guy.
Exclusions apply. Offer ends 5.
K&H Home Solutions is saying goodbye to winter and hello to Sign and Save Spring Sale. When you sign, you save 25% immediately off your project of siding, windows, and doors. But here's the greatest thing. They're giving you a free upgrade to triple pane glass. Triple pane glass means not only are you going to save, of course, on the initial purchase by getting the triple pane upgrade free, but you're also going to save on energy bills. So you have savings with your project, 25% off siding, windows, and doors, plus a free upgrade to triple pane glass, plus lower energy bills in the future. You can make your own appointment to sit down and talk to them, no obligation, at khwindows.com. This is a wonderful sale, and it's only this month. Now, it doesn't have to be done this month, but you have to get to them this month. 303-421-7100, 421-7100, or make your own appointment at khwindows.com.
If you're dating or looking for a job or just wanting to feel younger, for guys, it's really important to have the best head of hair you can.
Okay,
And for
20.
lots of guys,
Got it.
including me, the issue was
I
losing
think
hair
that
towards
lady's
the
a
front
nut.
or top of your head while still having plenty on the back and sides. And that's where Dr. Broadway and the NeoGraft hair restoration procedure can help you, like it helped me, to make me, or at least my hair, look a decade, maybe 2 decades younger. Learn more at denverhairrestoration.com or 303-68.
I've known Plumline Services back when they started, like 17 or 18 years ago. I discovered that they have a straightforward way of doing business. That's what Plumline stands for. It's something masons use and other people use in construction. A plumb line, it's a weight at the end of a string that is straight. And they give you all prices up front. They guarantee 100% satisfaction, and that's what they mean by doing it the right way. And they have a drain cleaning special, 93 are free. If they can't clear your drain for 93 bucks, you not only get it free, but you get a complete diagnostic of what's wrong with that drain. If, by the way, you ever get some drain work done by them, you get it done directly by them. They're backhoes, they're people, they're ground workers. They do it all. They do not subcontract out any of that, one of the few. 93 or free. Plumline Services for any plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, or drains, 303-586-1086. 303-586-1086.
Pop quiz. If you sell a home for $500,000, how much would a traditional real estate agent charge a commission?
Addie, get your car moved now until this stuff's done, okay?
But if you think that's the only way...
Do not let the dogs out back either. You're going to have to let them one at a time out front, probably around 12:30. But move the car this second. Bye.
Ooh, let the dogs out. That's what we always yell like that.
That sounds like an interesting one.
We're building this garage, they're doing the foundation, and her car's parked right next to it. I mean, you would think common sense plays a fucking role in something.
This is your home. Why give it
Honestly, I told her yesterday they're going to be doing work, so I guess today's different than yesterday.
That's a good point. You said yesterday. So, I'm going to have to concur with her.
Kids are just...
Is that
your daughter?
Yes.
Daphne, can you hear me? Message me yes if you can hear me.
Today is the day you break the stranglehold of addiction. You and your family can't lose another precious day to this horrible disease.
Dad, if you can hear me online, would you please
alcohol, prescription
message
drugs,
me here?
party illegal drugs, or if it's a mental health issue, anxiety, depression, or
Oh, good.
trauma
Looks like
related
she
to
got that
substance
done.
abuse.
Good job on that, Flory.
Raleigh House today. They've established a special number to address your
Kudos to you, Dap.
730-9722.
Except for this call.
I like the call.
Not me.
9722. The Raleigh
I
House
think
is a
people-
premier addiction
I don't know,
recovery
man.
program located here in Colorado. You'll speak to someone local about different treatment options, evidence-based treatments designed to
Hey,
help
who's the
reduce
insurance broker you guys
substance abuse.
recommend?
No more excuses.
For health or auto?
For auto and home and Okay.
Oh, they have. They represent so many companies.
I remember I met him, a year ago.
Oh, probably right.
And it was one of those things. Oh, I got to call that guy. Yep. And I just never got around to calling him.
Want the number?
I wonder if they do.
Okay.
The good guys.
We're up,
Really good
yeah.
guys.
Tom Margino here, 303-713-TALK, 703-8255. Michael, what's going on in your life? What's happening, Michael?
Oh, man, I'm living a nightmare right now, Tom. I bought a condo back in January.
Why
of
is
last
that a
year.
nightmare? January of last year, you bought a condo. That should be good news, right? You moved in.
It was. It was great, man.
Okay.
I moved in. It was fantastic until October. The HOA told me that I didn't have what I thought I had. I mean,
What do you mean?
This condo. Well, I bought this condo, and it was listed with a garage, and I want a garage. I want to park my motorcycle, my convertible, you know.
Of course.
And so I needed a garage, okay?
Yeah.
Now they tell me I don't have one.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The property was listed on the MLS, and I worked with a realtor and everybody, you know.
And the seller represented that you had a garage?
Yes, that's the way it was listed, and I bought it.
No.
with
I
the
mean,
garage.
did you ever? I know, but did the contract say? What did it say? Did it say with garage, or is the garage obviously right underneath it, part of it, or is it separate?
Well, yeah, it's separate. It's a separate building, but on the initial agreement to sales agreement, it says it has a garage.
Okay, and
Goes through the whole
on
thing,
the contract, I'm not trying to split hairs here, but I'm trying to split hairs. Does it say it on the contract?
Yes.
Okay. So how do you not have a garage then?
Well, according to the declarations, my unit never had a garage in the beginning. And although the people living in it for 20-some years have...
Was the seller, hold on, was the seller using that as a garage?
Yes.
The seller was using it for how long?
Well, they had the unit for about a year. The people before that had it for 23 years, and they used that particular garage space all that time.
Do you have title insurance?
I paid for everything, and I'm still getting hosed here.
Well, usually the seller pays for title insurance in Colorado. So,
well, I had title insurance, mortgage insurance, all the insurances, all the stuff.
Okay.
The whole process.
Suzanne, you whispered something in my
well,
ear.
I wondered why. He told me that he retained an attorney who said he didn't have a case, and I wondered why that was.
Why would an attorney tell you you don't have a case, especially against the lister, your realtor, the seller? I mean, how?
The seller's realtor?
I don't understand.
Well, what did the attorney tell you?
He said that because the way the title company is listed, he checked all that stuff out, and all the paperwork seems to be.
What I mean is, well, we have to know. I want to see the multi-list. Do you have a copy of it?
And the contract.
Yeah, I've got the one that when they bought it from the people that had it for 23 years.
Okay,
I've got that listing. I've got my listing.
Good. And I can't believe an attorney would tell you you don't have a case. I don't even understand it.
Well, he said I do, but it's going to cost, multiple thousands of dollars.
Well, Michael, what did you expect for him to do it free?
Well, no, but I expected.
What do you expect?
To have a little positive motivation here, and here it seems like I'm just
positive. What do you mean positive? Give me an idea of what he could have said. No, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I want to know what could he have said that would have been positive reinforcement. Tell me what you wanted to hear. I want you to tell me exactly what response you wanted to hear from the attorney.
Well, I wanted to hear him say that this wasn't going to be a problem. I didn't have anything to worry about.
Right.
We get my garage and live happily ever after.
Okay, what did he say?
He said it doesn't look like that. Well,
it's not going to be a slam dunk, right? He said, hey, I think you got a good case, but it could go either way. Is that what he said?
Yeah, pretty much.
So he was being honest.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And that you didn't like that. You wanted him
No, I
to.
didn't-
You wanted him
well,
to tell you you're going to win.
Well, I wanted to hear that as the truth, and that's not.
But here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to spend thousands of dollars and end up not having a garage anyway.
Right.
Or spending thousands of dollars and you're thinking, wait a minute, why did I buy this conduit? I actually paid more for the condo than I wanted to because I had to end up paying for the garage in the end.
Right.
Suzanne?
So, Tom, that tells me if I had to put my money on it, that probably the listing says there was a garage, but his contracts do not. That's why the attorney said that. It's a guess.
He can still have a case.
It's curious, though. I thought in Colorado you have to have when it comes to real estate, the contract's all that matters.
Well, yes, that's right. You have to have everything in writing. That's right. But there's something called fraud in the inducement, which means it's specifically not in the. They got you to sign the contract. I mean, there's a whole bunch. What do you think? There's a whole bunch of stuff here. Wouldn't you be pissed off, Sean?
Oh, I'd be angry as well. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think. Listen, I'm not giving you legal advice, but there's something there, bro. I mean, I don't know if it's errors and omissions, title work, or whatever, but there's something there. You were clearly given the impression that you had a garage.
Have you called the title company and said, "Hey, I don't even have a garage"?
Yeah, and the kicker is when I moved in, the clickers are there. All my stuff's in that garage right now as we speak. But I've got 3 other people that are hounding me wanting me out of there because
who do they say owns it? Who do they say owns it?
Well, in the declarations it says there's 2 different people that own it. And I'm in this space, and they've been in their unit for 10 years and didn't even know they had the garage until October.
And okay, the declarations don't talk about people. It talks about what unit it goes with, right?
Right. Yep.
And that unit it says it goes with. Right. I wonder if there's adverse possession for a garage.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking about. This is far outside of my wheelhouse.
Yes.
I mean, this goes back to law school types of stuff. If you're adversely possessing something.
Well, usually it goes for property, but man, this guy, they have a 23-year history of not having it.
But they might have to pay for it, though.
I already paid for it. I don't know what they have to do.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying with adverse possession, they might say, yes, it's his, but he might have to pay for it. Who's been paying the property taxes on it for 23 years?
The unit that I bought has been paying those taxes.
How do you know?
I just have to assume.
Well, you can't assume that, bro.
Yeah, I guess I don't know that.
It'll actually say on your tax valuation. It'll say house and garage or condo and garage, dwelling unit and garage.
What I'm saying is if someone else, including the HOA, if someone else was paying those taxes for 23 years,
I'd feel sorry for this guy.
He might have to pay that.
But I'd be pissed. I want to ask Frank Duran a question. Get Frank Duran, the real estate man, on. Suzanne, can you get Frank Duran, the real estate man, on? I want to ask him a general question. I mean, realtors in Colorado have what's called the limited practice of law, meaning for the transaction itself and drawing up the contracts, they're allowed to do that. And Frank would certainly know what should be and should not be in a contract. Can you send over your contracts?
I probably can't. I don't have access to them right this minute.
We need to get a bunch of this stuff together. We might be able to find you someone who can help. Now, listen, man. There are legal fees, right? Now, I don't know. I don't know if this is egregious enough where you can go after them to pay your attorney's fees, but I would go for that too.
Well, I'm already $1,000 in legal fees to be told that it's going to cost me many thousands more.
Well, I don't know why someone would charge you $1,000 for an initial consultation like that. That's not my fault, bro. Who'd you go to?
Well, I hired him. Well, $850 retainer fee, and he's been working on it for 2 months. I hired him 2.5 months ago.
Can you give us permission to talk to him?
Yeah.
Hold on, we'll do that too. Yes, I want Frank. We got more coming up.
This
told it's going to have the same belief.
Here's what I wonder.
The other guy.
I wonder if all of them are owned by the complex. None of them are owned by individuals.
Maybe.
And then they're on a list or something.
Maybe.
Pro Auto Care is the place to go to get your nanny on. That means Al Ramos and his team will take care of you as if you're a member of the family. I call them the car nannies. Here's why. Once you're in their system, they have your VIN number. They remind you of everything your car needs, when it needs it, and in between all repairs and maintenance, you get 36,000 miles of assistance, roadside assistance, and more. That's Pro Auto Care. 303proauto.com. That's the website, and of course the number is 303-PRO-AUTO.
Ask that dude for the address.
And did he say that three other people are claiming that?
One other person, I thought. Yeah.
No, at least two other people. It almost sounds like it's a double garage that they go half and half.
That could be.
But it's
yeah, I mean, it sounds like he got some advice from the attorney that said we might not win, and as you guys know, people don't like hearing that. Right? They want certainty.
It'd be good to look up the MLS.
Okay, is there a deed on the garage?
Century RV is your RV headquarters for all kinds of travel trailers, RVs, motorhomes. The largest dealer, one of the largest Cougar, it is the largest Cougar, let me get the word straight, Cougar dealer in the country, and it has a bunch of used RVs, 2 locations in Lakewood and north of the city on the 119 turnoff on I-25. Now, both places are stocked with great deals. 303-453-1111, CenturyRV.com.
It's time to never paint your home again.
I'm going to look up that address. Ask him what the address is. She's on the phone. Of the condo.
Oh, shit.
It's on the phone.
Ask him real quick.
She's on with him.
Oh, okay. She must be in there then. I'm going to call the complex and ask them how they work with the garage.
It's an interesting case. It's something that works.
How much time do I have here?
What's his name, Mike?
Mark, just start really quickly.
Do you know what it is?
Regulated by DORA, NMLS.
I got a pen right here. Here, there's 2. Your pen's right here. This one I brought up. I always bring a pen. I've never asked you for a pen.
Who's that guy? Was it Mike?
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll be opening a new location, so it'll be a seamless transition for our customers. Until then, we'll be having a massive liquidation sale at our warehouse to get ready for this big move. Everything in our outlet center is 50% off.
You know what was a good law book? I can't remember the date, but they wrote it on the DUI laws and everything. It was a book, I can't remember what company did it. Holy cow. Have you ever done DUI?
When I was doing cop work, I used to do an occasional one when a police officer was tagged.
You have more rights if you kill someone than if they stop you and think you were drinking.
Yeah, that's probably. I think that's accurate. Yeah.
They don't have to give you a lawyer. Right. They don't have to do.
Well, because they think you're intoxicated, right? I mean, is that the reasoning? I'm not saying it's right.
In terms of searches and that kind of thing, yeah, it gets liberalized when when it comes to DUI stuff, just because of the politics.
So this will be interesting to read and stuff.
I'll be curious to hear what you think.
Yeah, no, I like. Did you write it? Or?
I did. Yeah.
You did. Oh,
yeah.
Second calling, huh? You're an author.
Well, the funny thing. So after having sit now for 6 months, I've gone back and read through it. I'm like, God,
here's what's weird. I don't even see garages. Oh, there they are. Look.
Yeah.
So here's the question. Do they own...
So they're single garages. I don't know why 2 of them.
See, look.
Well, they should be deeded.
Here's the house. This is his unit. There's a bunch of them.
Does he have any? Those are singles, aren't they?
That's him right there. He's complaining about the garage on Google Earth. You want to see what we're looking at? Look real quick, Tom.
626-4221.
So there are townhomes.
So if you look,
they're not attached.
The townhomes are all here. You see them? That's his unit.
Yes.
And then if you go across the street,
got it.
There's the garages.
But not enough for each one.
Well,
how could they not?
I'd be shocked if the individuals own these, but maybe they do.
You mean
Adults
each
who have
one?
crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them. There is a way to do that.
Why do you say that?
I'd be shocked if they didn't.
Right.
The individuals?
Yeah. Just runs with the property.
Yeah, otherwise, who's gonna make it?
Well, who else would own a mark if they didn't? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Mark.
I don't know. I don't know.
You feeling better, man?
I'm saying if you buy a house, if you buy a condo here, I don't know if it necessarily comes with a garage. Maybe someone bought two, for example.
I'm Tom Martino.
Your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Frank Duran, the real estate man, is the best. I have him on to act as an expert here. And he really is the best. I'm serious. I mean, God, I don't want to get into it. In fact, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna make him a Marvel superhero here. Michael bought a condo. Now I want you to visualize this, Frank. I want you to visualize this. Have you seen these townhomes that are in a row, and then across the street in this private development, the garages are detached but all connected? Have you seen those kind?
Absolutely. I see them all the time.
Right. There's townhomes, 4 of them. On the other side of the street, 4 garages. And they're detached, but they're directly across the street. Michael, we got on Google Earth to find this, but I want to ask you something. On the condos versus garages, is it 1 for 1?
Pretty much.
Okay. Your building has so many condos. Mark, how many garages do you count there?
Oh, just in that way. There's
right. I know, but right in that one little segment. There's just one little segment that corresponds to the segment across the street. I'm wondering, are they 1 for 1?
I'm already off of it.
There's the building that my unit is in is right across the street from the garage thing. There's only 5 garages to the 6 units.
Okay, gotcha. Now, hold on. Now, Frank, listen, I just want to ask Frank a question. Frank, he sees a condo listed, and I don't have it in front of me. He promises me it says condo plus garage. Is that what it said?
Yep.
And then you signed a contract. But this is what we need to know. I want to know, Frank, if you were writing up that contract, and I know Frank's going to be honest, he's not going to exaggerate. If you were writing up a contract, would you specifically mention the garage?
Tom, great question. We just had this team meeting with my team the other day. We just discussed this. And you want to be as specific and clear as possible. We'd want to say, if it's advertised it goes with the property, we'd want to say that it's deeded with the property or not deeded. But I'd want to make sure that's clear up front. I'd want to have that information before we write the offer.
But would it be in the contract?
Yes. In fact, you'd say it's either we could write in there that it's deeded, or they'd have to verify that or not.
Let me just tell you something. I do business with Frank Duran. I'm doing something right now. If there was a damn welcome mat on the porch, he'd put it in the contract if it's going to be included. No, I'm serious. He is so detailed sometimes I have to say, Frank! And, I'm serious. This man doesn't, Mark, does he miss anything ever?
No. I'm looking at a Zillow listing on a different one in this same building.
Right. What does it say?
Well, it's interesting. It says facts and features, parking, 1 space. There's plenty of regular not covered parking, and it says there's parking 1 space. I wonder what his said.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the deal. We're going to have to take a look at your paperwork. Honest to goodness, Michael. Here's the difference.
Forward you those MLS listings right now.
But hold on. I want to see. Everything your attorney saw, so we can run it by our people. The difference is it's not going to cost you anything. How's that?
I love it.
Yeah. So we'll give you some either good news or bad news or some truthful news. But Frank, his did not. I don't know if it mentioned the garage or not. He closed in the homeowners association.
It does on the sales agreement. It says the garage on there.
On your contract.
I closed on my warranty deed. It doesn't have it on there now.
But it had it on the contract.
Yes, it said there was a garage.
Frank, wouldn't that at least cause a problem? I mean, even if technically they dropped it off the deed, it was on the contract?
Yeah, Tom, it sure could. And I'll tell you something. That's why it's so important not just to put it in the contract and be as specific as possible, but also when you get the declarations and bylaws, and just have that individually confirmed with the HOA. You want to make sure of that, and, of course, confirm it with title.
Did you close on 1/11/18, man?
Yeah.
So on his, the document, or not the document, but the information I see under parking, no data. That's what I see.
On the MLS?
On Zillow, not MLS.
Oh.
Where the other units had one space.
It says there's a garage.
Okay, we're going to look into it. Frank Duran, the real estate man, 303-920-1622. 920-1622. And our attorney, Sean Olson, in today. His number is 303-586-7297. OlsonLawFirm.com. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
He bought that for $215,000.
How big is this?
Let me tell you something, man. He got screwed. I was just so pissed.
He might have, I'm telling you, man, he might have just had the assumption he was getting a garage.
What did his realtor say?
I don't know. I'd be fucking livid at it. I'll tell you, the first person I would blame is my realtor.
Exactly.
Beyond any of these people. How come? Let's get his realtor on. See if you can get that dude's realtor on.
Yeah, he probably won't stay.
He's the one.
I certainly wouldn't recommend that.
Look at that right there. No data. Let me see if I can do MLS on this one.
Man, I bet you.
Next time you need a garage door repair or replacement, call
Pretty little. 1,000 square feet. Holy cow.
Yeah, I know. You were saying.
Wait, that's what size what? His
house.
For 200 and something thousand?
Yeah.
Looking for auto repairs?
And it doesn't even include a garage, I heard.
That's what they're saying. We don't know that for sure. It's hearsay.
Right.
And they will combine value with quality. That's shared in
This doesn't show.
I didn't look up MLS.
Two locations, Lakewood and Aurora.
This is an MLS. Oh, wait. I might be able to go MLS number. I'm seeing if this shows a garage. Bed, baths, lot size, year built. Okay, bedroom, bathroom, interior heating, room 1, room 2, parking. Oh, look at this. So on Redfin, it actually shows parking information, garage detached, number of spaces 1. But this is weird. It says
there's one all over this.
No. Number of garage spaces.
Yeah. Those are single garages.
Yeah, you don't own the whole garage. You just own one space in that garage.
But those were single, weren't they? Or was that a double door there?
It looked like single.
They're each single.
No, I've seen ones before where they're double garages and you get half of it or whatever.
Those aren't cool.
Those aren't cool.
No, I bet.
You got people bitching, hey, he's over my line.
Right.
I think the realtor is the one that should. God, it's so.
Retaliatory tariffs can hit U.S. consumers and farmers.
I don't know.
He says what he really wants is more products made
Where's
in
this
the
at?
USA.
What town is it?
Through a little boy
I think
on
it's
the
Aurora.
Mall of America admits it in court a short time ago. Fox's Jeff Benassa.
What's really funny is that the people didn't claim it who had the other
pleading guilty in Hennepin County Court to first-degree
Yeah, they had it
premeditated
for 20 years and they kept using it for 20 years, and that's why I thought it was possession. Even if it didn't belong to them.
Yeah, but then a lot of times he ends up paying for it, though.
No, it's still better than not having it at all.
Yeah. But he's in his brain. He's already bought it, which is true in his brain.
What are the taxes for that?
I have no idea.
Nothing hardly.
Well, 23 years.
So here's another thing. If as far as the maintenance on that,
Thanks, Jen.
would people with HOA do this? Would people pay more if they have a garage versus if they not have a garage?
Yeah, but what maintenance is in the garage? The exterior is going to be covered by HOA.
Right, but I would think they would assign it different to if they didn't have it.
If you have a garage, wouldn't you pay more?
Yeah, I would. What's the address on it?
You can get something completely
It
different.
is.
Something that takes mail enhancements into the 21st century. Something that
What's
really
his
works.
MLS number?
Men. You need to try Noxitrol, the all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom.
We're done with him.
Dickerson.
We're done with him, unless we have.
Oh, well, two things. I sent you guys the emails from him about the listings. And then Mark said get the realtor on, but I can't figure out for the life of me why he wants the realtor on. Why do you want the realtor on?
Because he's an idiot.
Noxitrol does, that's directed.
He told this guy he comes with a garage. We want to know why he said that.
Call now.
Okay.
He's probably not.
Esmond, don't say that.
See, Mark Beecher says you're an idiot. We just want to know.
Would you like to talk about that?
We're talking to your client. Can you come on and weigh in?
Okay.
We've got a great
This report
opportunity
is
for you.
sponsored by Napa Auto Parts.
Mostly sunny today with a high of 83. Tonight partly cloudy and a low of 51.
Here's my two MLS listings.
I don't see any attachments.
High of 86.
This month at Napa Auto Parts stores, get a 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for $28.99. Quality
I
parts,
think he
helpful
can.
people.
I think he can get this deal
General
undone.
States pricing.
I think it was so ambiguous he could get it undone.
Recycling fees.
Don't you, Sean?
Maybe.
Hold on, I'm looking at what he said.
Up your kitchen.
It's shady for
Natural
sure.
stone and other solid surface countertops. They are direct.
This is actually MLS. Wouldn't it be
I
funny if
changed
they
my mind. I
showed
do
the
want to
picture?
talk to him.
At Mall at their beautiful showroom. They also do cabinets.
What's that?
What I love
Yeah, I
about
want you to
is
put it back
how
up. I'm
he
gonna
does
talk to him
business.
again.
It
I'm
starts
getting
out with a
pissed.
phone
I
call,
think this
then
guy's
you can visit his beautiful showroom.
Yeah, his
July
realtor's
1st,
an idiot.
Just on the phone, he'll tell you how to take some photos, take some measurements.
Boom! They show a picture in the listing where they show 16 pictures. One of them's of the fucking garage.
To get into your budget. After
But
that,
here's
you
so
visit
easy
the
to
showroom.
get 5
to
garages.
He gets 5 garages. They really
No,
fuck.
listen, man. I'm telling you, he's got to find a good real estate attorney.
Does it say in the verbiage?
I agree.
I would go for rescind. I want to talk
Whatever
to
you
you.
do in the kitchen, they do in the bathroom.
I'm rescinding the deal.
They tear out and haul away your old kitchen
Just
and your
rescind
old
the deal.
bathroom.
Okay, here we go. Or a minimum sewage.
Cute charming townhome, brand new exterior, bath new. One car detached garage is middle space of the garage unit, directly east of the building. So, and then they show the picture of it.
This is the listing?
This is the MLS listing.
Wow.
That's satisfaction to me.
Oh man.
To treat every car like I treat
We
mine.
say it was Dickerson, D-I-C-K.
Who's the listing agent? I want to know the listing agent.
Here,
They're
I'll
the
send
ones
you
that
this
think,
link.
Mark, the listing agent has a lot to do too. I want to call the listing agent.
That's a good one.
The listing agent.
Well, the problem is it's sold on MLS now, so it's not showing the listing agent.
Oh, he'll know the listing agent.
Frank can get us that easily.
Blueberry Botanicals has a wide
So,
range
Karen,
of CBD
There's something.
Line 3 hung up, right?
to capsules
Where?
to isolate. They even have products for your beloved
That's just
pets.
legal.
Dan, are you telling me we don't get at least 1 outbound call a
You've
day?
been enjoying the benefits of CBD for years.
What do you mean?
Oh, someday.
On voicemail?
I put, I got people I called, one's gonna be on tomorrow and one's gonna be on Friday.
Being accused of a
So,
crime can
but yeah, so everyone can't do it on that day. Now, we do got this other lady,
He's offering
that's got the car in Mexico, living in a car in Mexico, but every time I call her, I can't get her.
429-6200.
But she's left a couple messages.
Man, they did the okey doke this guy.
Are we short?
Maybe he does own it and he doesn't even know it. Somebody else is saying, hey, I had dibs. Seriously. How do we know he doesn't own it?
We need a real
Because somebody's telling him don't park in my garage?
Do we have a real estate attorney?
Actually, David Salisbury is
Then ask her.
who I
Ask her
sent
if
it to.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We got a real screw job going on here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tom, and I fight screw jobs. If you think you've been screwed, blued, and tattooed, if you think you've been ruined, if you think you've been wronged, if you think the world is against you, well, it probably isn't. But you could have a problem that I can help with. Here's the deal. Really, I give you a voice. That's what I do. I give you a voice. And I'm pissed off. Michael got screwed. I don't care. We looked at that multi-list. Michael got screwed. I mean, they show photos of a garage. They show a condo with a garage. He buys, well, it's a townhome. He buys a townhome. He's keeping his stuff in the garage. The seller kept their stuff in the garage. The seller before that kept their stuff in the garage for 20 years. Now the HOA comes and says it's not your garage. It's deeded to someone else. Now, it was on the contract. It was in the listing, but not on the warranty deed. I want to know something. And this is very important, did the title company list it as an exception? Michael.
I don't know.
Well, you get a title commitment, and on a title commitment, there are things called exceptions. In fact, everyone, when you get a title commitment, that's the most important piece, the exceptions, because they tell you what they're not going to insure because there's something either hazy or not of record or whatever. Suzanne.
I spoke to his realtor, and he said it was stated in the contract as well that we haven't seen, Tom.
That there's a garage.
And he wasn't willing to come on. He said
it's a breach of contract.
He said to simplify things, the folks that sold it to him really thought they owned that garage.
Well, you know what? They didn't. You know, Mike, I got to ask you something. This is a serious question. Do you want to undo the deal?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You may have.
Ultimately, that's the ultimate thing. I'd like them to just take it off my hands and they can re-inherit their own problem. I can't afford to fix it.
Well, you got to, the number one, you got to go to the Board of Realtors. You got to go to the board and make a complaint.
I think he'd get attorney's fees on this.
Yep. I think it's egregious, Michael, and we're going to try to find you an attorney who's going to fight this and try to get attorney's fees for you.
Because I've set up an appointment with the attorney that I've already retained so we can figure out what we're going to do.
How'd you find this attorney?
Well, I have what you call prepaid legal or Legal Shield.
Yikes.
Yeah. And I got them through there. I've had good luck with regular attorneys doing stuff, and they referred me to a guy. Let's see, they said he's the best. He's the one that's going to fix this, and he's told me and assured me when I hired him, you know, he digs deep and finds stuff, but he's not.
Well, you're supposed to be getting things at a discount through prepaid legal, right?
Yeah, it's like instead of $350.
How come you're? Hold on.
$200 an hour.
It's $200 an hour, okay. And what?
$30-some an hour.
And what about? The prospects of getting attorney's fees? What does he say?
It doesn't look like through him right now I'm getting anything. I'm just going to pay more money to see if we can fight it. He's talking about the.
You can go for damages, man. Didn't he tell you to go?
What I'm thinking. Well,
of course you have been. When there's a hold on. Listen, bro. Listen. If you sued for the garage, that's one thing, but you're not going to do that. You're going to sue for breach of contract and damages.
Yes, absolutely. That's absolutely right.
I don't like this attorney.
I don't. Well, did the attorney mention to you damages?
Well, see. Right now, we're still in preliminary stages. I hired him to.
It doesn't matter. Does he discuss? It's breach of contract with damages, sir. Okay. Look at. You know what? I want everyone to hear prepaid legal. I want him to hear. He's got prepaid legal, folks. Yeah, he doesn't even get preliminary questions answered.
His realtor has insurance. I don't understand why he's not directly going after the guy that sold this. I don't care if other people didn't know.
His realtor did nothing wrong. His realtor, the listing did. Mark, the guy that sold. Mark, he put it in the contract and he closed.
Man, if I hired Frank and I bought a house, thought it came with a garage. Frank told me it came with a garage, and it didn't come with a garage. My point would be directly at Frank.
Well, guess what?
Help me fix this.
Okay, guess what? Frank didn't breach that contract, Mark, because he didn't sell it to you. The seller breached the contract. I mean, who breached the contract? Okay, let's ask Sean Olson. Sean, if I have a real estate guy, and he writes it in the contract, and he does everything, and I bring it, and they sell it to me, who breached the contract?
Well, the seller who doesn't actually own the property
and the selling agent.
Possibly the selling agent as well.
Did my agent? He put it in the contract. In fact, if he didn't put it in the contract, I wouldn't have been able to get a breach. He did his duty.
Well, we haven't seen the contract.
Well, that's true. Yeah, without seeing the contract, it's impossible to know.
I know, but we're taking them at their word.
Right.
I mean, both Michael says it was in the contract, and his attorney says it was in the contract. Hold on a sec. This is unbelievable.
It really is.
Well, we're going to...
Did he send us the contract?
Send us everything you have. Michael, Suzanne's going to give you contact information for us. Meanwhile, folks, can you believe that this happened to you? Now, Steve, what's going on with you, Steve? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Tom, I'm hoping that maybe you can help me rework a car deal that my son had signed with...
How old's your son?
He's 27. This is his first car deal.
Damn.
And yeah. Anyway, Empire Nissan sold him a used 2017 pickup. Nice truck, okay. But I'm telling you, they sold him mop and glow you can't believe. I'm looking at the contract, $1,500.
All right, tell me what he bought. First of all, what was the price of the truck?
It was $33,000.
The truck itself.
Yeah.
And then how much was the mop and glow? What did he buy?
$1,500 for windshield replacement.
That's like 15 windshields.
What else?
$3,000 for a extended warranty.
Oh God.
$620 for gap insurance. $700 for oil changes. It's horrific.
How much? Anything else?
No, I think that was it.
That's like $6,000.
Yeah, $6K and crap.
All right.
Gap insurance you might need.
Can he go back? Listen, gap insurance is not a terrible idea.
It ain't going to finance that $6,000 though, extra on top of the 33.
No. And then here's another thing: the oil changes. I mean, he truly will get value. And no, you will. They're banking on people not doing it, but you will get value there.
Or they're banking on okie dokie in them when they bring it to the shop.
Yep, but
and that extended service contract is only good at that dealership.
Oh my God! You know what? He can go back, I believe, and cancel that.
You know what? He's only had the truck, I think, for two or 3 weeks, and I've left a couple messages for the finance guy there at Nissan, and he hasn't called me back because I'm going to try and rework the deal. Because I got to tell you that, I mean,
how do you know he's trying to rework the deal?
No, I'm trying to get.
He's trying to, the father.
Right, that's correct.
I mean, why did your son fall for this stuff?
You know what? I was out of town, and I have no idea.
It's like Thunderdome inside those closing rooms.
You know, have you ever heard of a Lakewood warranty tax?
A what? A Lakewood warranty tax? What do you mean?
That's exactly what it says on the contract. Lakewood warranty tax, $120.
Lakewood warranty tax.
I doubt they'd make it up, but I've never heard of it.
Have you ever heard of them charging DMV fees?
What kind of fees?
Department of Motor Vehicle fees.
Like how much?
$30.
No, that's to run to the DMV for them. No.
Gosh, yeah.
Man, what else?
$800 for dealer handling.
Yeah, that he agreed to it. That's all fluff. That's all fluff.
I mean, it just goes on and on. I mean, I'm like, this is so inflated. It's unbelievable.
What does he say?
He's kind of disgusted with himself. He was like, I was in the moment. He said, I just wanted the truck, and I just signed it.
You know, the good news is he learned the lesson now. I mean, that's about the only good news.
Well, this thing, though, about this handling for $800, all dealers have handling fees.
Not $800.
No, that's true. But it's a little trick. Everybody's got something.
I mean, if you sell somebody a service contract, just like I told him, I'm like, normally I wouldn't buy an extended contract unless it's still under factory warranty.
I know. Won't. No, it's not going to cover anything. It sucks. I would drive over there if I were you, talk to the F&I guy and say, look, you got to do something here. Or I'm going to go, you go online and you make as many reviews as you can, and you call me, we'll call them, and I would just take a shot and tell them before you unleash the dogs, you want to give them a chance to make this right.
Okay, you know what? That's what I'll do. And before I ask you guys to make a phone call,
That's right.
Yeah, if they shut you down, call back.
No, and if what we can do is we can let people know exactly what Empire is, and that is what you call a loader-upper of crapper.
Do you remember?
Why would you do that to a guy who's buying his first
Because
car?
that's how they pay those guys.
Because that's how they do it.
Do you remember the $12,000 brand new Harley Sportster?
Yep.
That went to $24,000 with the mop and glow.
Yep.
I mean, I'm telling you, I'm on fire, and I'm really upset with those people down there.
You're right, and I hope your son takes it to heart that this is really stupid.
Just like I told him, I'm like, why didn't you wait till I got back into town? I would have went down there with you. And we would have, math doesn't lie. You buy the truck.
I love it.
You put down, and there's the end deal. You don't buy any more crap.
$6,650 I counted up so far, but there might be more stuff on there.
These Prestige and Longmont does this all the time. And
Prestige is the worst. Prestige is one of the worst. Empire, you know, we've not heard a lot from Empire, if I have to be honest, but that doesn't mean they're not bad. It might be that they have people that just take it. Hold on. You know, like I said, Suzanne will give you a callback number and stuff and email.
You there? You said and stuff.
Tom, 1 minute.
Don't you struggle with these sometimes, though? Because some people want those warranties.
Well,
I mean, for windshield, I'm not saying
your insurance will take care of it.
I wonder what it covers on the windshield. You know what I do? If it covers unlimited windshield, I might just start breaking fucking rocks from my windshield.
Watch out for
Every day.
It's dirty. Let's break it.
Hey, Dan, what's your extension?
Could be a slight chance of afternoon.
102.
Today, though, warm with a high of 82 tonight, so slight chance.
666.
20 seconds, Centeno long.
One right now, a few clouds.
But he should look in the contract to see if this warranty can be.
Almost all these are no longer refundable. I don't know why. For a while they seemed to be. Now they don't.
Prestige actually says on quality Napa brakes at participating Napa Auto
They
Parts
used to
stores and
program.
Napa Auto Care Centers. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 5/31/19.
Centeno Schultz, Dr. Chris Centeno, is the one that invented stem cell therapy in a clinical setting. And here's what I want to tell you about Centeno Schultz. If you are in pain with arthritis, bad shoulder, lower back, knees, ACL tears, all of that they'll look at. And here's the important thing. They have other solutions other than just plain living stem cell therapy. Now, they are one of the only ones that do true living stem cell therapy, but they have other modalities available for most patients. That's why I like them. They're true doctors, MDs. If something else works better for lower cost, they'll let you know. TheStemCellExperts.com. They will be truthful and honest in their evaluations. Call for one, or call to find out about a next seminar where they do ultrasound and read your MRIs. 303-963-9201. That's 303-963-9201.
Did you know that you don't have
Lakewood charges tax on service agreements and maintenance contracts, so it is a real tax.
So I'm looking at I'm going back to the real.
Good find, David.
The county assessor does not indicate on that deed that there's a garage that goes with it. It's a condo and then a 64.
So I want to ask you something.
And how about adding a gorgeous tile floor?
I don't know what the contract
Brand
says,
new,
but
luxurious look in your kitchen.
is it not the realtors, and I don't mean the other parties, this guy's realtor's responsibility to look at the fucking deed and see if it comes with the garage?
Yeah, I don't think realtors do. I don't think they do their homework.
But
They were like,
is he liable for it?
I don't know.
Remember the COA, certificate of occupancy.
Yeah.
You would have thought that the realtor should look at
No,
that.
but that one's different because on the contract itself, it actually said on this real estate contract, what you are buying may not even be what you think you're buying. You may not be able to live here. It was a house that never got a CO. But on the contract, in the own part, they all initialed acknowledging that you might not even supposed, even though it looks like that. Oh, bullshit it, man. Pull it up. It is I swear to God, it's even better than that, Dan. It's even better than that.
And then did it turn out they didn't actually own the property?
No. They simply couldn't do anything to it. They couldn't modify it. They couldn't get a permit. They couldn't do anything. Someone owned the property and basically built a house, like they just built a fucking house there. They didn't do anything else. They built it. These people bought it.
Wasn't cold.
So it didn't get any permits or anything like that?
Not even a certificate of occupancy. It didn't even, I don't even think it had a fucking address besides the block. No, I don't think it did. I think it had a legal description.
Well, then the buyers go in knowing that.
Tell him what that one contract said. Don't you say a word, Dan, because Dan thinks I'm exaggerating. The one we saw where they couldn't get a CO, they bought the property, and it had its own thing at the bottom of the real estate contract.
It says you may not be able to live in it. It may not have anything working in it. It might be just a pile of lumber that looks like a house, and And the fact that there's a roof doesn't mean that you can actually be sheltered from weather.
It was fucking incredible. And they signed it.
Don't mistake it for a house.
What you're buying may not be a house.
It's a little exaggeration.
Oh, if you read it, you would take exactly what we're saying.
This lumber just happens to
Don't mistake it though.
Don't mistake it for exactly what it looks like. Under any
we were laughing our asses off. Hey, do you still have it, bro? Do you still have it?
Somewhere.
When they sent that to us, we were on this guy's side on the air the whole time until we seen it. Not only did he agree to it, but it's right there on the front.
And he went sight unseen.
Yeah.
He didn't, never saw it.
Just the picture.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. We are so happy you trust us. Spread the word. You can get help. We are busy bees behind the scenes here, taking on stuff. Now, Bill's got some tips. Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, what I used to do when I was younger, when I'd go buy something like, a stereo or whatever.
Right.
I'd leave and I'd drive around the block. And by the time I got around the block, if I still wanted it, then I'd go buy it. That way, if I didn't, and the bubble burst, you know when you go look.
I know what you're saying. What you're saying is a cooling off period.
Correct. Yes.
You know what? That's not a bad philosophy. Some kind of cooling off.
I have never purchased a car in less than a week to 10 days. Honest to God, never.
Joanna, welcome. What's happening?
Hi, me?
Yeah, what's happening?
Well, I emailed you this morning this situation. I'm in a lease. I live in a house that I've lived in for 9 years. And about 2 years ago, the landlord turned it over to a management company.
Okay.
There was, on the first lease with the management company, there was a $300 fee if we changed the name on the lease mid-lease. Which is fine. We didn't do that. Now we've come to the end of our lease. We're starting a new lease, and now they've added a new fee where I have to pay $500 to add a name to the lease, to change a name. One person's moving out, somebody else is moving in. There's already a $99 lease signing fee. They're adding a $500
listen, I'll tell you what it is, plain and simple. It's extra money. Now, but listen, if you're asking me, can they do that? The answer is yes, they can do that. What would prevent them from doing that? What would prevent that? You see? In other words, you say, I don't want to do it. It's now they can't do it mid-lease, but they didn't. They said, hey, you want a new lease? Here's what it costs. You want to put another name in there? Here's what it costs. But here's what's crazy. If you came in off the street with 2 new names, they wouldn't charge that.
Exactly.
It doesn't seem logical, and it sucks.
It's just a profit center.
That's right. Joanna, did you protest?
I have tried to have reasonable conversations with our contact at the management company, and he just says, if you don't like it, you can move out.
And you know why they say that? Because it is what? A landlord's market. You see, there was a time, there was a renter's market. You get free move-in, free, no security, free 2 weeks, free this, free that, right? Listen, the more it's a landlord's market, the more crap you're going to see like this. Look, how about when you're renting a place out? People are signing up and paying $200 fees just to fill out an application. These people sit around and make $5 to $10 grand in an afternoon and only pick one tenant.
Yeah, it's insane.
It is insane. But, Joanna, I don't know if we've done you any good because, what did we do about it? Nothing. Really? What? You have to hope that not too many people are going to take advantage. Clayton, what's happening? Clayton. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Clayton. It's Clayton Holmes she's complaining about. It's Samantha.
Oh,
go ahead, Samantha. It's my fault. Go ahead.
That's okay. My husband and I bought a brand new Clayton home in August. We've had the roof, the ceiling crack all the way across. We have a wall that came apart from the outside wall. There's at least a 1/4-inch gap, if not more, that they said they fixed it, but they just stuffed it with insulation and covered it up and said, there you go, it's good. And now we're having other issues. Now they're throwing their hands up saying, we don't know what else we can do for you. And
how much was the home?
79.
79 what?
79,000.
Is this a pre-manufactured home?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Obviously, I mean, obviously with house prices, my God. So is this set up in a park somewhere or on your own land?
Sir.
Okay.
No, it is in a park.
You still deserve quality. I mean, you know, people might say, what do you expect? But really, I mean, it shouldn't be falling apart, for goodness sakes.
No, it shouldn't.
Is this brand new?
Yes, sir.
What does the warranty look like?
The warranty, it kind of contradicts itself in a couple places, but it does say that everything is covered for 1 year. And
when did you buy it? When did you close the deal?
August 24th last year.
Okay, so we got to get on this. And if you made a list of problems, and I don't want you to nitpick, but what major problems do you still have?
In the living room, it appears that the ceiling is coming apart from the wall like it did in the living room, and we're just afraid that once that pulls apart, that it's going to crack again across the ceiling.
All right, the ceiling. Hold on. So the ceiling seems to be coming apart.
Yes.
There's a crack. Is there a crack, or is it pulling away from the wall?
Pulling away from the wall.
Is it put on your foundation?
No, it's on stilts. It's on not stilts.
It's a double wide, basically.
Right. No, it's not a double wide. It's a single wide, honey. But it's just on the. I want to say block, but it's not block. You know.
Where are you located?
We're in Evans, Colorado.
Damn, because I wanted to have somebody take a look. Could you take some photographs of the problems?
Absolutely, I have them already.
Okay, Suzanne, can we arrange to have her send us some photographs, and we'll get her on? Hold on a sec. Yeah, let's try to get her on this show still if we can. Hold on, okay? Just hold on and send us some photos. So Suzanne's going to talk to you. 303-713-8255. Listen, we love that you're trusting us with this. We're hoping we can make some progress. But, Mark, have we heard of Clayton Homes before? For some reason, that rings a bell to me.
Yeah, we have.
We're basically, it's not just Clayton. There's another one. Pre-built homes. They're really, I mean, what are they, slapping them together or what?
Probably.
It just sucks.
I always wonder, is it like a steel building where you buy the home and then someone puts it together for you? I don't know.
No, well, that particular one is a single wide, so it's towed there and put up by Clayton. But I mean, they might sub that out though. Hey, Joe, what's happening?
Hi. I just have a question. We don't understand this. We're messing with the lease, and it's called a sandwich lease, meaning that we have property that we're trying to put into some kind of charity. And,
now, hold on. You got to be way more specific. You have a lease. You're talking about you're leasing a property. You're a tenant.
No, we own the lease. We're the lessor.
You own the property.
Right. And it's called a sandwich lease because we're leasing it to somebody who then leases to somebody else.
It's called a sublease, is what they're doing. Your lease is a lease. You have a lease. They have a sublease. Sean, isn't that? I mean, I don't see what's sandwiched about it.
I don't know. They called it a sandwich lease.
Who called it that, sir?
I think one of the attorneys called it a sandwich lease at one time.
So you did have an attorney. So did somebody come to you and say, Joe, we would like to lease this from you, and then we're going to release it? Is that what they said?
Something like that.
But you knew going in that the person you were leasing to was going to be subletting it.
Absolutely, yes, we knew that.
Well, it's not unusual. It's a sublease. Right. So anyway, what's your question?
Sublease is, I guess you're right. Well, the question is, they want to. It's time to renew parts of it, and they want to change some of it. So when they start,
who wants to? The subleasor or the person leasing it?
The person leasing it.
The end user?
Yes, not the lease. The person we're leasing it to, and he's the lessee, and also the people he leases it to are called the lessees.
You're both actually, listen, that guy is a leaseor and a leasee, okay?
Right, exactly.
And the other one is just a leasee.
Exactly.
Who wants the changes, the leaseor leasee or the leasee?
The person we're renting it to, the lessor for the tenant.
The guy in the middle.
Yeah, the
guy in the middle wants to change.
Larry, not Mower Curly.
Now, what does he want to change?
Okay, what he's changing, well, he offered to change the amount, so we're paying a large, he's got to pay more of an amount because it's been several years. So he's going to pay more, but when he changes this, the amount is in what's called F, and I call it a section F. I don't know whether, but section F starts with a paragraph, a one-sentence paragraph, and it's clearly, I'm in English, so I know what a paragraph looks like. But then he starts changing things.
Now you're getting into a very specific contract. We can just give you some general advice because we can't see that contract, and our attorney can't even see it. I can't see it, but I'll tell you what. Let's just talk about some general rules and principles coming right up.
This report is
Tom, 1 minute, fix it 24/7 long.
To watch out for on the Highway Drive in the metro area. Crews are still doing that maintenance work along eastbound 6th Avenue near Sheridan.
Tim
Watch out for the
Conway.
right lane block along that stretch. See
Of course.
delays.
That just makes sense.
Must be.
Portion of it stop and go. Westbound 270 heavy either side
They're
of
old
Vasquez, and there's that ramp northbound
85.
225 to westbound I-70. That's
Carol
all
Burnett show.
The weather forecast.
Fix-its are all long now.
The Apple Dumpling Gang. Now, there's a classic.
You know what? What a good man he is, Tim
Right now,
Conway.
clouds
Charity
hanging out
and
above.
everything. He was a good man.
McHale's Navy.
Traffic and weather.
So he was the dad of George Conway, Joanne's husband.
right now at Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto
No.
Care Centers. Get a $75 prepaid Visa card when you spend $250 on quality Napa brakes. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care Centers. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 5/30.
He was a 30 Rock coach.
Listen to this one. Our furnace went out 24 hours ago. We called this morning. They came within an hour, and they said they're not leaving until the heat is back on and everything is warm and safe. And this comes from someone who was caught in a cold snap, and she wanted me to know how great Fix It 24/7 is. And I'm telling you, if you have a plumbing, heating issue, electric, or drains, you need to call Fix It 24/7. Fix It 24/7. 720-526-3939. I have personal experience with these guys. I use them all the time. I recommend them because you won't find anyone better. It's that simple. You will find people with passion and love for what they do. Fair pricing, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. That's it. What else do you want? Fix It 24/7. They have it all. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com.
Are you thinking about changing jobs?
Do you remember the guy's name?
Mark, don't look for it. I wrote the check. I don't know why they're saying we owe it.
What do you mean you wrote?
And I'll tell you, college has been pissing me off.
I smell small claims.
No, here's the deal, Tom. This is what colleges say. They say, you owe us money. Okay, why do I owe you? We can't talk to you about that because of FERPA laws or whatever, so you have to have your daughter talk to us. So I can't even talk to them.
Oh, you're paying bullshit.
That's crazy, but it's true.
Well, she's a minor, though.
But FERPA covers kindergarten through 12th and on.
I don't believe it.
You can't.
I don't see FERPA.
You can't get their grades
Funded by the government is under the FERPA. So anyway, I don't know. She's got
fastest growing companies online today at AmericanFinances.net or just give them a call.
Okay, let me find the exclusions here.
Do you remember the guy's name from Empire Nissan? The dad that called in?
Family educational rights and privacy.
Wanted to deal with them. There is a way.
Yes, it was Conrad.
FERPA is a federal law that protects the privacy of student education records. The law applies to all schools that receive funds under the applicable program.
Sleep apnea with natural means in 2 years or less, way cheaper than getting a mouthful of veneers. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ 303.
The lady said,
Students.
I cannot talk to you about the money you owe us. Your daughter.
Parents cannot look at educational records. They cannot request amendment of their educational record.
Right. Addie took college credit course in high school that we agreed to pay for. You got to pay for the credit.
And you did pay.
And I paid it back in
Did you
October.
send her the check?
They won't tell talk to me. Addie's got to do it all.
No.
It's crazy, Dan.
No,
But they can ding our credit for it.
Hey, Suzanne, you remember the guy from Empire Nissan?
How would they ding our
I
credit?
didn't realize it. I'm sorry. That was
That
for the
would be a
first.
great
That was for the first.
They can't ding our credit.
They can't ding your credit if she took the course.
Of course they could.
Okay,
Did you
but
sign up for
I
it?
only paid for the first semester,
Did you
not the
sign
second.
Like you're in an assembly line? No one
I
listening?
filled everything out.
Well, with education, there's a family doctor, and they can get you for your kid's education, for sure. Under the family doctor.
And find the right loan for you.
Now, somebody tried to get a TV under family doctor. One of
720-895-0500.
these asshole credit card companies said, hey, the husband has a TV, wife watches it, kids watches it.
It's true.
It's not going to be bankrupted because the other one didn't go bankrupt. Fuck you. We're taking it from the family. And of course,
Give me that TV.
it was personal possessions. They ruled against it. But sometimes this family doctor means, you see how some people say, I didn't sign for that. You can't get me for that. My wife did that.
Right.
But if it benefits the family,
I know their team
Yeah.
of experts.
you're held responsible,
Right.
especially medical bills. Especially. But that's in bankruptcy. That's what they try. That's how they try to get
I recognize his voice.
They want the family.
Right, 'cause they want their money. Yeah.
I don't see anything in this land and title that would talk about garage or not. I mean, no.
You're looking at the warranty deed, Mark?
I'm looking at the
There are no exceptions to
your document from land and title.
Oh, but it wouldn't, because it would have to accept, it would have to accept a garage. That would only be if it was on the lot. They would have to accept it.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere, Approval Reverse Mortgage. Joan Sullivan and Rosemary, I love Rosemary. Approval Reverse are the people to call for reverse mortgages. You can trust them. These are excellent retirement tools for some, not for everyone, but they're the ones that will tell you the truth. ApprovalReverse.com. Please, that's a word to the wise. I like them for one reason, to shelter yourself from creditors. If you put a line of credit on your house and you're elderly, you don't even have to touch it. But it puts a 125% lien on your home. So creditors don't even look at you. 303-771-3528. ApprovalReverse.com. Okay. Now, Clayton Holmes. Problems. Do we have the emails?
I sent you a picture, Tom. She's only sent one.
Okay, but first I want to go back to Joe. Joe, listen, here very quickly, I want to mention something to you. You're leasing to someone who's leasing. What kind of property is this?
It's got a couple of shops on it.
Is it commercial?
Yes.
Retail?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you doing it this way, out of curiosity?
Oh, it's been done that way for years, and we just kind of moved in with the family thing, and we're trying. Are
you getting a good ROI? Because really, this is not optimum for your money. But I'm just trying to ask you in general. I want to make sure we help you in other ways too. So this lease, did you inherit it?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't have any capital cost into it.
Not really. It's just no. We just inherited it.
And what is it? And you want to raise the lease fee to what?
Oh, to probably about 50% more than it has been.
How much would that? How much would that be? How much would that be?
Probably about $8,000.
Okay, now that $8,000 a month is going to the subleasor. He's going to lease it out. He takes care of all the problems. What is he trying to do that you don't like? I don't care about paragraphs. I'm just saying, what bugs you?
Well, he's trying to change the rules where he essentially was paying the property tax and other taxes.
Sure.
And so where it says there's a section F that has 5 paragraphs.
Yeah.
And he said he's going to change the paragraph F. However, he started changing all the 5 paragraphs in there, and I'm wondering, in English, a paragraph has indentations. In legalese...
Yeah, but in paragraph F, how many? Just tell me this. Paragraph F includes 5 subsections?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are they each a paragraph?
By my standards,
okay.
by English standards.
It means whatever. Hold on. This is what I want to tell you. This is not legal advice. This is advice from experience. Paragraphs mean whatever you want them to be. In legalese, usually people use words like section and section 1A, 1B. So if you have paragraph 4, what is paragraph 4 called in the second paragraph? Is it noted by an A, B, C, or D?
No. The only
Who drew up this? Who drew up this lease?
Huh?
Who drew up this lease?
It's an attorney many years ago.
Then you need an attorney to look at this, because here's why. You're asking me, should he do this, or what is he doing? He's saying, I'm changing a paragraph, and you're upset because he's changing more than one paragraph. Well, in his mind, 4 is a paragraph. He's just using the wrong word. It would probably be called a section. What difference does it make? That's the point. The point I'm making is this. It doesn't matter if it's a paragraph or a section. What matters is, do you agree to it or not?
Right, and we don't agree.
Well, then that's the point, not where you put it. You don't try to trick the guy by saying, we're not going to enforce it because you changed more than one paragraph. You simply say, here are my terms and conditions, take them or leave them.
This is a lot of money over a lot of years, man. You are insane not to get an attorney to draw up this agreement at $8,000 a month.
How long is this agreement you're signing?
It sounds like they're trying to change triple net.
No, I understand. That's exactly what they're doing. In a commercial lease, what I usually do is I have my tenant pay everything. All they're paying me for is space. They pay everything. They pay their share of tax, utilities, everything, and something called the common areas. Okay, CAM.
CAM charges.
Now, but you're not doing that. That's what he does to his people. So listen, Joe. You know what I would do? This is what I would truly do. Because you have nothing more than a jacked up management company arrangement. What I would do is I would probably get a management company and say screw the subleasor, but you don't want to do that, and I know you don't, but you would definitely maximize, just for the hell of it, where is this location, not the address, but general location of this commercial property?
In the mountains.
Like in a town?
Yes.
What town?
I'd rather not say.
Why? Why? We don't even know who you are. I don't know where it is. I'm just trying to get an idea of value.
That will tell them that I'm concerned about it.
You should be concerned.
My big question was...
Bro, what's wrong with being concerned about something? Is it in a popular tourist town?
Fairly popular, yes.
Does it have year-round value?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm asking is, how many square feet? All of it?
All of it, probably... 2,000 square feet total.
Oh, all 4 spaces?
Yeah, they're very small.
Okay, hold on. Then that might be different. Okay, so you're talking about, if you take 8,000, this is what I'm trying to discern, times 12, okay? Now you're looking at $96,000 divided by 2,000. I'm trying to get your square footage thing here, bro. And then that tells me something. $48 a foot. Now you go around to your neighbors and ask them what square footage is worth. If square footage is worth 150 or 200, you're screwed. I mean, I'm just trying to help you out. There are people that take this whole thing over and manage it. But in any case, you need to get an attorney. If you don't like what he's writing, have him write up. You say, I don't like it, and change it, but then let an attorney look at it. It's only going to cost you a few $100.
David Salisbury will do it very cheap.
Really, Joe, that's the best thing. But what if I let you go ahead, what was your question going to be? I really want you to ask. Go ahead.
My question was actually, there's what I would call a Section F. Beneath that are 5 other...
That's right.
Paragraphs. Right. I wanted to know if you can call that whole thing, including 5 paragraphs, a paragraph, because he referred to it as a paragraph.
Joe, I'm going to ask just what Mark said off mic. Who cares? You see what I mean? It doesn't matter. Yeah. What if I told you you can't call that a paragraph? What would you do then? What would you do?
Yeah, I don't know. I just...
But what difference does that make?
I'm kind of worried
what difference does it make that he's calling Section 4 a paragraph 4?
Paragraph in its entirety.
What's that, dear?
That's all he's sneaking around.
He called it a paragraph.
More of a reason to get in it.
But Joe, he's not... I hear is that your wife?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to me. I'm not saying you're wrong to be concerned. I'm saying it doesn't matter what he calls it. I don't think he's sneaking, and I'll tell you why. Because you can track the changes. You know, nobody. Are you saying that he's doing the changes without highlighting them or noting them?
Correct.
Yes. I wouldn't let him do that. I would take
could have changes
No.
everywhere.
Never, ever, 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 ever do that. You take your original and you have him mark it up. Do not have him retype it. Then you retype it based on what he marked up. I'm telling you, don't ever do that because, as Mark said, he could be changing things all over the place. You'd never know it.
Okay, that's good advice.
It is good advice. You do it. You can do it through a Microsoft Word doc. You can put a security name code on there, a password, and then it tracks changes. If anyone tries to change, hey, when you do contracts, don't you track all changes?
Oh, absolutely.
So if somebody tried to sneak a word in on the first paragraph and then one on the fourth paragraph, you'd know it.
Correct. And that's the whole reason for tracking changes.
Do you use Microsoft Word for that, or do you guys have special software?
Nope, we just use Microsoft Word.
And generally, attorney to attorney, there is ethics involved.
No, but you still want to track changes because, Mark, there are too many words.
I know.
People can say, here, I changed it a bit. Unless they tell you exactly where you changed it, it's unreasonable to assume you're going to notice them all.
I just can't emphasize enough, at $8,000 income a month, just pay an attorney.
Right. 303-713-TALK.
I agree.
The risk is insane. He might be entering into something that all of a sudden he no longer owns it. That's what I'm saying. And he's worried about paragraphs.
Say that again. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's all you get.
I sent you that real estate contract. It does say a garage.
Where do you see the garage? Show me.
Yeah.
Here, just my email's here.
Around Sheridan. Traffic flow is starting to improve, so they might be wrapping that up.
Yes.
He had the wrong contract.
Wrong contract.
It's in the title.
Oh, the contract. See, the contract is written.
Okay, guys, gotta be quiet.
So I'm buying a property, and I had Cracker Jack, Mudjack, and go out and look at some sloping concrete because I thought I had to, change it all out for 18 grand or so. They did for $1,500. They fixed my concrete. In fact, the steps were lowering to the front, and they looked like crap. Now you can't even notice it because they closed everything up. A little light caulking, and you're done. Hey, free estimates. Always try to pump with Cracker Jack Mudjacking before you replace. 303-410-7787, 410-7787, crackerjackmudjacking.com.
Start your selling style and save.
Yeah, I think the contract, I think he said it was the contract, the tax.
Yeah. I don't know
One
why
garage.
I missed it.
And that was signed by both, right?
Well, I assume so.
Where is that?
Right there, one garage. Do I need to email it to you?
Take your outdoor living space to the next level.
Why is it in blue?
Because anytime
I thought that I had the preloaded.
do it. So you know it's not part of the standard.
Gotcha.
Yep, it's signed.
Revitalized Health is the name of the clinic that does age-defying treatments. Suzanne goes there, I go there, we're trying to get Mark to go there. We have hormone optimization, it's called. They also do some cosmetic procedures as well. If you want some fillers, Juvederm, maybe microneedling or thread lifts, they do for just a few $100. They're really good people. Three brothers got together, opened this clinic at 470 and Ken Carroll, and I call them the Hormone Bros. You can too, thehormonebros.com. Now, they also do BioT. BioT is for men and women, testosterone, estrogen, thyroid, and they treat you after a comprehensive blood panel, and then they do hormone optimization with pellet treatment, which is the preferred delivery system. Go see thehormonebros.com at 470 and Ken Carroll. You won't be disappointed. Thehormonebros.com.
Wow, that's about as outrageous as it gets, man. What's that? Parking and storage facilities. One garage. Ownership.
In where?
Not use only.
Where?
In the actual contract.
Okay. You know what? He's got a freaking lawsuit against these people.
And many of our clients are taking advantage of the
I just sue everybody.
That's what I said. You just throw shit on the wall and see what sticks.
But he doesn't have a breach against his guy. His guy did not breach.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying, though. If this was your circumstance and it was Frank, listen, wouldn't you have the assumption that he saw the deed for this garage?
Well, that's called errors and omissions. That's not called breach of contract.
That's what I'm saying. Then you go after your own realtor for the
Pardon me, Tommy, I have no idea how you left it with line one. Are you going back to her? That
and then
you're done with that.
my friend, you're out of line.
Never gave me a problem.
You can't handle it.
You can't handle it.
If she has,
That's what you should tell that guy.
she has not spoken.
And on a side note, which didn't come
In a
up
million
here,
years, would you not have
the
a
CFI
fucking
shared
lawyer
her
look at
medical
that?
records with the husband.
$800
Do you find that to be a big problem? Her brain injury stuff.
So, he had a right. Hey, not only did everything go down, and you got to pay all that taxes right on your car. In paragraph 8.
After 10 months of rent, we own it.
That's right. We turned this into a purchase plan.
It's like a weird one.
If we make 3 payments on time, we own it.
Print off on your printer. It's a replacement with our Durline synthetic. They'll build all new doors and drawer fronts for face valves to choose from. And if you wish, top it off with custom-built solid surface.
Oh, in fact, that one guy that called us
And how about
weeks ago, they lost their job because they got a late. Remember that one?
On a rent-to-own or whatever lease.
It was like, but they had bought it like in October, but they didn't make payments like in January, February, and that's the agreement said, they lose it.
What kills me, though, is you can tell that guy's got money. He's got cash flow. And you're right. He wants to save $800, and it could cost him so much money. It's crazy.
Here's what he's upset about.
A paragraph.
He said he's changing a paragraph, and he's really changing 4.
Or a section.
There's only one choice for him.
Meanwhile, if he goes to the next page, he just gave up his 3 vehicles and sold his family house for it.
And that dog's no longer yours.
That dog is now my dog. But you agree to pay for the food. God bless.
Luxury vinyl tile and carpeting. Simply Floors is all about simplicity and convenience.
That's a pretty healthy He doesn't have to pay anything.
Now wait a minute. This doesn't make sense. This is not his. Wait a minute. This guy that sent this contract, Suzanne, this is the previous contract. I need his contract.
Yeah, he's trying to
I'm Tom Martino. Spread the word.
You can get help 24/7, 303-MARTINO. And we will call you back. You never have to worry about being on hold or getting a busy signal. Now, Claudia has a problem with Geico. Samantha has a Clayton Homes problem. Now, wait a minute. What were we doing for Samantha? Hold on. I think we have to finish up with her, or did we?
She sent pictures.
Oh, she sent photos. We were waiting for the photos. Thank you, Dan. And then Joe, we took care of. I think Joe, I mean, really. What more can we do? Now, Samantha, you sent one photograph. Her bottom line is, here's she's saying. Oh, you sent several now. Thank you. Her bottom line is, she has a Clayton home. That's a single-wide trailer put up on blocks, and she's upset with the quality, as well she should be. You know, a lot of people say, what do you expect? When you buy something, you should expect the quality of that industry. Okay, does this reach the quality of that industry? I'm looking right now. I see a cabinets or something separating from ceiling, and I see some delamination, and this looks like crap. Okay, I wonder how old this is, Samantha. How old is it?
It's a 2017. We bought it last year in August. They said it was brand new. They used it as a model home, though. They didn't tell us that the ceiling was broken in half when they placed it.
Well, I don't see any ceiling breaking in half, though. I mean,
they came in and they spackled and put that back together.
No, I see what you're saying. These cosmetic things from shifting and moving it. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And that's what they're telling us about the wall that they just stuffed insulation in, and that's how big the crack is, though, between the dividing wall in the living room and the bedroom.
No, I know what you mean. I understand. Yeah, it's not nice. I mean, but I don't know how it compares to the other Clayton homes.
Well, my husband went around and asked people in the park if they've had these issues, and they haven't.
Okay, listen. This is a matter of warranty, but a matter of scope. Do they consider this a warranty thing, or do they say it's as good as it's going to get? What do they say?
They told us that they don't know how to fix it, that if it's a foundation issue of guy that came, that we would have to go after them.
So they're saying you hired someone directly to set it up?
No, they did.
Well,
it was all their deal. I mean, it was here ready to
Deputy
move in.
Dan, later on today, can you call Clayton Homes? It's a very simple question. Why can't they fix it? Now, are they saying, here's what I think. I think just some cosmetic stuff. I don't think it's falling apart. I truly don't. I think it just...
I don't either. I think it's finally settled and it's where it needs to be.
That's
they need to come in and fix what happened when it did that.
Okay. Did you pay separately for setup?
No, sir. Everything was in one.
Okay. Who did you deal with at Clayton Homes?
We dealt with Justin. He's the only one in there. I couldn't tell you his name right now, but he's there.
Justin, and where was the office you went to?
In Evans.
Evans, Colorado. Okay.
Stacy Garcia is their go-to girl.
What's that?
She's Stacy. Her name is Stacy Garcia. After Justin sold us the home, we've gotten a really long relationship with Stacy since everything started happening. So she would be the one to talk to.
All right, hold on. Here's what I want you to do, Deputy Dan.
Are these sold as is?
Could you call? I don't know if it was new or used. They said it was new, but was it used? That's what I want to know.
Demo.
Yeah, but she said it was a 17 she bought last year. I want to see. Deputy Dan will call and get the basic facts. We have Dr. Mike Hederscheit, Right Like Chiropractic, coming up. You're going to love him because I have some things to share about chiropractics and chiropractors that you're going to like and some that you're not with these other guys. But we'll talk about that and more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
When you think about home loans, think Ideal Home Loans and the help they can give you.
That application process, we go through it line by line, and that really allows us to do an effective job to make sure we're doing what's in your best interest.
Call Brent.
Oh, the Denver's. Yeah.
Quit whining.
Well, I'm whining.
You're an attorney. You can do almost everything.
My nice little St. Heaven's Ranch bubble that I kind of just stay within. So I try not to sit in the 25 traffic for an hour. Yeah, I don't blame you.
I liked when Doc over your head of Women's Day. I still found that so funny.
Yeah.
Ladies'
you weren't
night.
there. I didn't see you there.
No. Ladies' night for a chiropractor.
Remember, I was joining.
He got handsy. Get it?
It wasn't my event, but
I know.
I know you wanted it to be my event.
I know. I felt that funny.
Mark, Tom, that Clayton home deal, I had a guy call who says if she's close enough, I have expertise in the
Good.
homes, I'll go look at it.
Where's she?
He's in Greeley, she's in Evans, so it's 21 miles apart.
Let's tell her that.
Let's take advantage.
So she can expect this person, and then you tell her who it is. But let's check it out.
His name is Jeffrey Dahmer.
Dan,
No,
so
I
are
should
you
wait.
calling Clayton?
Well, I probably should wait till I get his report.
Perfect.
Bingo?
Bingo.
What report?
Well, he's going to go
No,
off.
but it's not going to matter if it was sold as is. None of it's going to matter.
You're right. Like a car.
You got a big team.
They might not even
No,
know.
right now
it's just me and
I don't
paralegal, and I've got a contract attorney that works with us as well.
But is it a
It's not
mobile
a
home?
box.
It's a mobile home.
Probably add another attorney.
Yeah, it's a single wide.
I see outside.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it's got, okay. I guess I'd like to really.
Usually have, when you bring in
It's a single wide mobile home.
Well, that's what Tom said.
So it's
because
not a
they
manufactured
don't
home.
put them together on site. If it's a single wide, they just deliver it and put it on blocks. That's what she said.
Actually engage in the practice of law.
I wonder if that's considered, I wonder if they own the land.
Let me see if I can find one. Clayton, right?
Because if it doesn't have a foundation, it's going to be it's going to be still considered mobile, I would assume.
There's some fun facts about chiropractic.
Like this. This is what I'm envisioning. Seriously.
No, just pieces. I mean, nothing specific.
Clayton.
Like that? That's pretty nice.
No, they just showed one on a block. Oh, there's a single line.
No, that's a mobile.
There, that's what I was looking for. They're on like almost pillars.
In the chiropractic business.
I've had my practice, and
That's what I think hers is on.
over 2 years now.
Oh, okay.
This is Clayton.
Well, I wonder who did
See,
the-
look, the single wides are just
So
like
I
right
wonder
there.
who did the foundation. That's
See, right, if the home is placed on blocks that will met or piers, skirting can be added. So this is what it looks like, and then the skirting is over there. It's not on what you're thinking with the foundation.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And that could be the person who did the foundation work or the block work.
Exactly, but she's saying she paid only Clayton and they hired that guy. So then it would be Clayton. Regardless, it would be Clayton.
I thought the setup, that includes the setup.
Did you know that over 90% of male
Did you re-PI boys, or is that something that you transitioned over to?
Transitioned over this 3 years ago now, something like that. So I represented cops for a long time. And so we're doing a lot of employment work, a lot of civil defense work, and things like that. Yeah, it was about 3 years ago
Tom,
we started doing this.
1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute,
Kind
Centeno
of
long.
transitioning like that.
I love doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people just have nowhere to go. They don't know how to handle the situation.
But I don't like say, you say sold as is.
Disabled or something.
This sounds like it's a settlement, so that would be sold as is.
Right.
Oh, it's not.
Well, the cabinets and stuff, she sent pictures of what they
Good stuff.
You'll get
and
this is your fault.
I didn't see that.
here, she sent us the actual picture.
You made it. Look what you could be living in. You should be happy.
It's sponsored by Indeed.com.
Oh, man. We were in Tyler, Texas. They got a little airport there. I mean, it's a tiny little airport. They got puddle jumpers flying out of there. But shit, man. We saw some trailers back there that were up on like cylinder blocks, and it was unbelievable. There were people lived.
But it's a neat area, isn't it? I mean, green, lakes, everything.
There was nothing nice about Tyler, Texas.
Isn't there lakes?
It's a hellhole.
Is it really?
I don't know.
Let's talk about Dr. Chris Centeno Schultz real living stem cell therapy. I can't stress this enough. I am so tired of people shipping in amniotic fluid, having a nurse inject without imagery, and calling it stem cell therapy. Even if they call it regenerative therapy, don't be tricked. Dr. Chris Centeno does both regenerative therapy, which is platelet-rich plasma, and he does something called living stem cell therapy. You shouldn't have to pay for stem cell therapy if you're not getting it. You see, Centeno Schultz does true orthopedic consulting and medical care and treatment. That means if stem cell isn't appropriate, they'll find a treatment that is. They're MDs. Please do not go to these other clinics that are touting orthopedic treatments, and they're not even MDs. Please, when it comes to living stem cell therapy, Centeno Schultz, pass the word around. They have weekly seminars. Find out more. TheStemCellExperts.com, 303-963-9201.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need.
If it is settling like that, God, they got to put it on some type of a stem. They just can't have blocks out there.
I'm telling you, they assemble those on blocks and they put a skirt around it. That's normal. It's not abnormal.
Right, talking about
Permanent, yeah.
Modular or mobile.
I think they just put just blocks, and then you just have a little skirt around it.
Oh my God.
Man, everything's gonna settle. But this isn't like a mobile home that's like kind of flexible. This is a manufactured home, so it's got 2x4s and
look, man.
Rigid.
Look, these aren't even on blocks.
See, you could be living there.
Look at that. Look at this trailer park. They decided to build up.
Good grief, that was sort of awesome.
That looks like Thailand.
That's what's the movie?
Ready
Player One. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It's wild.
It's a good movie.
It's pretty cool.
It's like you got your family living there. Oh, I bet you those are shipping containers.
The whole race.
Okay. I
It was a cool race.
It was really good.
Wow.
They did a good job with the whole.
It's real.
Where did you go back to law school?
What's that?
Where did you go to law school?
To DU.
That is.
I was here in Denver already. So
Yeah,
That's
so you decided to go there.
This is the real
How
look.
far back?
The
how
artist's
long was it
conception
since you
looks
had your
much
bachelor's?
nicer than the
So I
reality.
got my bachelor. I graduated in '95 with a bachelor's degree, and then went back to law school in 2003. So
No, but she seriously did here. She sent the picture. This is their old one with it.
Harvard Extension School. They have an extension
Full-time
program.
RV road warriors.
okay.
Oh my God. And my
Right.
two records
No way.
expired.
Parking next to you
I'm
and
way older than you, but I never heard of that happening.
you go up there.
I think I did. I heard about. My
Oh
wife
my
did the same
God.
thing.
Which
She
one
went
is
back to
yours?
nursing school after about 10 years, and I think she lost some.
I'd be afraid parking next to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I mean, I've heard of it happening.
That is some picture, man.
I'm trying to get a law degree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it would be fun, especially Harvard. It would be cool.
Oh yeah.
It's like 5 years.
It's expensive.
I
Well, you know what?
tell you that. Look,
I had to go. They make you go back there.
Can you help
So
me
you
move
have to
something?
figure out arrangements with Mark and over broadband, because I have to take certain number of courses on campus. But the fact that I'm old and dyslexic gets me in the door faster. Can you believe that shit? So
That's gonna be.
Well, yeah,
You
you're
need
not-
to document that whole
And actually,
journey. That's gonna be amazing.
Look at this guy. He took a Corvette and turned it into a station wagon.
Are you gonna document all this stuff?
People have too
Have a whole
much
documentary on you? Because that'd be
So in any
really
case-
entertaining.
So
I
in any
want to
case,
take my
I had a little
$2,000
problem though
Corvette and make
because
it
of that
worth
with their,
500.
their entrance shit. But hey,
But I'll get the looks.
you know, I did fine. But right now I just have to pull the trigger, and
That's cool.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe where we love solving problems. We love fighting. If it's a just fight, no one should have to take things. And you know what I love? Whether you are a supporter of Democrats or Republicans or libertarians or whatever, socialists, I don't care. We all have a covenant of fairness. We all think almost alike when it comes to, hey, that's not fair, or how dare you do that. So that's the kind of thing we do. We stem all those platforms. Young or old, big or small, religious or not, political or not, we want to help you. And really think about it. No one wants to get screwed. No one. No one. And no one wants unfairness. Claudia's got a problem with Geico. I have a guest, by the way. I'm going to introduce Dr. Mike Hederscheit, and I urge you, if you have any pain, to give me a call. Because really, I want to discuss lower back pain. I am tired of it. Now, I don't have a lot of pain like I used to, but I have some. And I hate hearing these words. It's normal. Anyway, Claudia, what's going on with you?
Yes, hi. Me and I helped my son buy a car. I co-signed for him. He joined the military, and so we called around for quotes, and then we got Geico, and they quoted him after back and forth. They quoted him with $153.
$153 a month, dear.
That's what we thought.
And that was for what kind of coverage?
Full coverage.
Well, on what kind of a car? Was that with collision? And is this a new car?
It's not a new car. It's 2016.
And was it 2016? Does that include collision coverage?
I believe so. I don't know. I'm not.
Well, you said full coverage. So full coverage means collision. It means liability. It means comprehensive. It means med pay. Okay. So 153. That could be possible, depending. How old is he?
He's 22.
Well, that's I think, and Mark knows more about this than I do at this point in his life. That's $1,800 a year. That sounds a little light to me, Mark, for somebody 22. What do you think?
With all that coverage.
Okay, so anyway, what are we getting at? What's your question, dear?
No, my question is just they quoted him 153.
Yeah.
But then later on they're withdrawing. They put him on the automatic withdrawal.
Yeah.
So they're doing 2 withdrawals a month of 153. They never said.
They didn't say. They
300.
didn't say it was semi-monthly. They said it was
Bi-weekly.
monthly. Yeah, bi-weekly. They said it was monthly. Here's the problem. Do you have that in writing? They're going to say you misheard it. I know they are.
No, because everything, when I called back...
But Claudia,
they said,
here's the good news. Here's the good news. They don't short rate insurance anymore, which means you find another policy and switch it over. But I think, I mean, really, because really, truly, that price of 153 times 2, 300 a month, that's probably more like it.
You could call up Compass, so there's no reason for you to be calling around. These guys will shop everybody.
See, that's what I was just going to say. Compass Insurance Group will take all your son's information, put it in the hopper, and see if it's a good deal or not. And you can, and here's the great thing. If Compass thinks they can get him a better deal, they'll not fax you, but email you over some stuff or him to sign electronically, and they'll get you switched over without you making a phone call.
Okay.
But
So
I'm
then
going
you
to
were
tell
never-
you, I'm going to tell you at 22, he's in the service, right?
Yes.
Does he have the car with him?
Yes.
Okay. Where is he?
He's in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Okay. And what branch of service is that?
He's in the Air Force.
Cool. What is he going to do?
Dental hygienist.
Really?
Yes.
That is so cool. And they're going to train him?
Yes.
Okay. Here's where I want you to call, and you tell him you talk to me. It's 303-996-9000.
Okay.
Now, you can talk to Jeremy over there. If he's not available, talk to anyone. Suzanne? What?
Line 1 has a comment on Geico.
Oh, good. Okay.
Here's the other thing.
Hold
for her
on,
real quick,
Claudia. Yes.
She should check her own while she's talking to him.
Oh, yeah, Claudia. Check your own. That's a good idea, Mark. Check your own while you're talking to Compass. In fact, Sean just asked us about insurance as well. Sean, you should do an insurance checkup. When was the last time you had one?
I don't think I've ever done one.
How long you been insured with the same company?
Far too long.
How long?
20 years.
You creep. What company?
State Farm.
Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Sean Olson, big smart attorney. He is. He's a good attorney. Okay, hold on. He might know about medical malpractice, but he don't know crap about insurance. If he has the same insurance company for 20 years, Sean, you're going to call back the show, and you're going to tell us how much you saved, okay?
I
promise.
will.
Car,
I
home,
promise.
business,
Oh, my
everything.
God. You got to do that for us.
I promise.
Christy's got a Geico comment. Go ahead, Christy.
Hey, when that woman was talking about how low the premiums were for her son for full coverage, my daughter actually just got Geico insurance, and the reason that is, hers should have been much higher too, but their limits, what they'll pay out, you need to pay attention to those because they're really low, and I don't see any med pay on it.
Well, hold on now, Christy. You have to specifically turn down MedPay.
Oh, really? Yeah,
If you
she got
don't-
it. Yeah, she got it on her own, so I don't know what she
Yeah, they
did.
tricked her into it, maybe.
Yeah, she opted
Well,
out.
Fred Loya does that a lot. They trick people into opting out. Hey, Christy, one thing I want to tell you about insurance, though, low limits aren't bad. If you are young and don't have a lot, you should only insure what they can take from you. You really don't have to overinsure. A lot of people believe they do, and they don't. If you're a young person and they look at you and say, God, if we sue this guy, we might get 10 grand if we're lucky. There's nothing wrong with minimum.
If your total assets are 100,000, you'd be crazy to have 250,000 in coverage.
Right.
It makes 0 sense.
It's a gift for people. But Sean, do you want to weigh in as an attorney?
Well, I think that's fine if you want to go with a lower limit on your own liability, but the important thing is to always make sure you're insured a lot for UIM. For underinsured motor.
Right. For yourself.
For yourself,
Right. To
absolutely.
protect yourself. But there's no reason to have excessive limits for other people. There is not if they can't take anything from you. There's nothing. There's no insurance companies look at the equation. They go, we're not going to sue this guy. We're not going to get anything. And they settle for policy limits all the time that are next to nothing.
Because we've gone through Compass for her in the past, and she's had higher limits.
Well, they might have thought for a reason.
They have a minimal of 50, though. They won't even insure people at 25 on liability.
Right. But Christy, they may have had another reason. Was she living with you?
At one point she was, yeah.
Because that's why they're protecting you. Remember, I'm talking about individuals and they don't have much to take. Now, if they can get you because of it, but when they're adults living apart from you, there's no way they can get you. Why would they? I mean, I shouldn't say there's no way, okay? I mean, who knows? You give them a car, you do something crazy, but always...
Or if they're a student.
Yeah, you check with Compass. Compass will never oversell. They won't. I mean, unless you want to for some reason. Now, this is important, though. We really want to know what Sean's going to say. Sean Olson, he's an attorney. And we have Dr. Mike Hederscheit, chiropractor. Now, why do I love Dr. Mike Hederscheit? Seriously, I'm very serious. Bright Light Chiropractic. Because he does chiropractic adjustments. I swear to you that should be very common. Now, there are a few around town that do that. They do the x-rays, the scanning, and all that, and then they do adjustments. So many chiropractors are not doing it. They're doing the stem cells and other things. Now, when it comes to adjustments, I do have some emails. One, I guess, went to you or evaluated, and they said, Tom, you were right. They had these light targeted adjustments. It worked. I had it. Dan had it. We noticed improvement. But then some do the twisting and turning and up and down and the tables that break away. I'm not criticizing, okay? You don't do that. You have hand activators. You do some other kind of muscle work. Do they both work?
Yeah, I think they both absolutely work. We're talking about, if we're looking at long-lasting results, we want to make sure that we're not hypermobilizing a segment. And I feel that the more targeted approach and just being more specific prevents that from happening down the line.
Do you have a problem? I'm being straight with you. Do you have a problem with people thinking it's so light and targeted they don't know what's happening?
I don't have a problem. I hear it every day. I mean, they're like, oh, I don't know what you did. I don't care. It's working though. I mean, and that's really what it comes down to. Is I'm getting results, and it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay. 303-713-TALK.
This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts.
Some of the same slow spots in the highway drive to watch out for as the lunch hour continues.
Sorry, guys, I had to do all these spots in here, but... Okay.
Can you do the banana game?
Sean, you got to call him, bro. You got to call him.
I said that a year ago.
Talk to Jeremy or Brian or Matt and say, listen, Tom wanted me to call you guys.
Okay.
Watch how I switch it up.
They will have a good time.
All right, good.
Edgar, Bowberry,
I'll call him today.
Amanda Ferry, Soseri,
We have saved people up to $4,000 or $5,000 a year, but it depends on what insurance you have.
Right.
I wonder,
What is your total insurance bill a year, if you had to say?
I don't know if they do attorney emissions.
3,000 or 4,000 probably.
Oh, it's gotta be more than that.
Car,
Like a car.
house.
You want straight, beautiful teeth and a straight, beautiful smile? Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. Now, there's a reason I love Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. First of all, my kids go to Dr. Kent Lawson. Yes, and I pay like anyone pays. That's how much I believe in them, because he has what's called NEO, New Early Orthodontics, NEO, NEO. That's down in Lone Tree. But he also has Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. They both work relatively the same. He uses mouthpieces to widen your palate. Yes, even as an adult. Your teeth naturally straighten. Then he aligns your jaw, which does away with TMJ or any potential TMJ and sleep apnea. Then, for the end part, Invisalign braces for only a short time. Now, for adults, he can be a bit more aggressive and do this all in 2 years. A straight, beautiful smile and a beautiful, healthy mouth. For children, it takes a little longer. But no matter what, it's cheaper than regular orthodontics, hands down. 303-690-0100. 303-690-0100.
The uninsured motorists.
Yeah.
So let's say somebody gets a claim, is it a claim on their own insurance or the uninsured, or how does that work? Like,
Yeah. So you say you get hit by somebody, someone else T-bones you, you get a bunch of injuries. Someone follows Tom's advice and they only get $25,000 in coverage. You've got, $250,000 in medical bills.
For themselves.
Right. So you get the 25 from them, and then your UIM insurance kicks in.
All right, let's talk about Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. I know you find this hard to believe, but every single advertiser I've talked about so far, I have personally used. Yes, Dr. Mike Hederscheit and Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. Why? Because I have tinnitus. They are helping me every single day. I think about them. And they let you try the hearing devices before you buy. They also have tinnitus treatment. They have a non-invasive treatment that eradicates it forever called Desincra. They're located at Clarkson and Hamden. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. Dr. Patty and Dr. Lisa I've known for years. Dr. Dagmar joined the practice about 2 or 3 years ago. You will love these ladies, their professionalism, and how they treat hearing loss and tinnitus. Helpforringing.com. 303-534-0163. 534-0163.
So the UIM essentially steps into the shoes of the person who.
Oh, no, yeah. She just didn't like the quote where she's going to Compass. Tell her, yeah, I gave her the number. Yeah, we're done.
So situation, let's say somebody's in a car wreck.
So, Mark, I want to start doing consumer juries again.
Is that where you would,
I will
use
set
your
them up.
own?
Right.
I'll set them up and buy the stuff. I want to start doing some consumer juries.
Okay, that's what I was kind of wondering is if they're like, well,
I want to get a panel of volunteers.
Okay. It's not the same way as liability insurance.
The best thing you can have, though, in any circumstance is that fucking MedPay. It's dirt cheap.
And it's no subrogation.
And it kicks in instantly. There's no
No
waiting.
subrogation, no waiting, nothing.
Right. And that covers even like co-pays and things like that.
No fault.
Right.
Okay.
So if you,
is it your own med?
You're driving, you hit someone.
Your med pay covers you, their med pay
and
covers them.
and people in your car.
I mean, they sold me an extraordinary amount of med pay.
I think the max is 15 or 20, right?
I have the most.
Most people have 5.
It's so cheap.
5
doesn't even get you a fucking CAT scan in the ER now.
You can use your own med pay.
We have Kayleen living in a car in Mexico.
That there's a cap.
Cleans up.
Okay. So if something else happens,
You know what? We've never. Sean, this is weird. This guy, listen to this. You're an attorney. You're a smart guy. You went to a lot of school.
I gotta get into you, man.
This guy
I gotta start coming.
can look at your shoes and tell you where you got.
Oh no!
It's fucking weird. He's got one. Well, he's got 2 talents. He's okay at this. Not every pair. Let me see. I mean, do you buy nice shoes?
Oh man, see that's it.
Yeah.
Once a week.
I can. He can.
I'm going to roll in the.
Bet him lunch or something. I bet you can on his. His are wingtips or whatever. Where he got his shoes. You want to bet him lunch?
Sure, I'll bet you one.
You got your shoes on your feet.
Another lunch! Another lunch! I got another lunch, please.
They are set up, baby. Look at my children, like they heard the first time.
They got me on the shirt thing last
Hi, Tom Martello, Troubleshooter. If you don't have broadband or watch us online,
YouTube and Facebook or whatever, you don't get to see the real fun. Kayleen, what's happening? Colleen. Hi, Colleen. What's going on?
I've been having a rough few years.
What's going on?
Well, I'm a native of Colorado, kind of. My mom got us kicked out of California in 1988.
Whoa, how'd your mom get you kicked out of California?
My mom's kind of we didn't have a great life. We're not great people, you know.
Well, don't say that.
We do to live.
How old are you?
I do my best. I raised my brothers. I raised my kids.
How old are you, Colleen?
I'm 37 years old.
Okay.
I buried my entire family.
You what?
I've buried my entire family.
Oh, my goodness. Not your children.
No, my children are alive. They're mad at me right now. I just recently again became homeless because back home I lost my house.
Where are you? Where are you?
Right now, I am in a storage unit in New Mexico because it's the only place I have to go.
You're in a storage unit? That's where you're living?
But right now, if they don't get in trouble for me staying,
do they know that?
Nobody.
Do they know? Do the people who run this storage unit know you're living there?
Well, they know I've been here at night. They left my access code as 24 hours just so I had a safe place to go.
That's very nice of them.
Yes, sir, it is. I've never had people be nice to me like that.
Now, what can we do to help you?
Well, I took whatever. Somebody stole my identity back home, which brought me here to New Mexico. I watch your show faithfully ever since you started, since I was a little kid.
Yeah. What can we do to help? Colleen, how did you get in this situation? It was basically... Go ahead.
I'm wrongfully evicted from my apartment. They have not given me a court affidavit from the judge. They just gave me a 7-day notice and changed the locks on me.
Well, that's... Hold on. This is in New Mexico?
Seven-year-old son. Yes, sir.
Now,
I'm on housing. Housing told me 10 days for an appeal. It has been 8 weeks.
Hold on. Do you have a 7-year-old?
Yes, sir.
Where's your 7-year-old?
He's at school right now.
Does he stay with you there?
He doesn't like to. He's embarrassed because this is the second time.
Who's he staying with? Who's he staying with?
He stays with my friend at her house.
Okay, listen.
And he stays the night at my
Colleen.
dad. My real dad, they don't know me, so they don't let me stay there.
Colleen, can I want to ask some hard questions, okay?
Yes, sir.
If someone, now listen, I'm not just asking for any response.
I can't give up my heart.
You have to
So
ask.
my baby.
Colleen,
Yes, sir.
we have to have a conversation, okay? I'm going to ask you some hard questions. I want you to answer me the God's honest truth, okay?
Yes, sir.
If someone gave you enough money right now to get another place, right now, what would keep you in it?
What would keep me in it?
Yes.
Having a job.
Do you have a job?
No, sir. I lost my job due to my eviction.
Okay. And you were wrongfully evicted. Are you saying you did not owe any money at all?
No, sir. They overcharged me for February and March.
What do you
And when
mean? What do you mean?
I paid my portion of my rent, and because I've been out of work, I recently got a job, but I was out of work, and so housing lowered my rent from $259 because at first I was paying $750.
What kind of subsidy are you on? Is it Section 8?
It was supposed to be Section 8.
Are you
but
off it
Section
now
8
because they evicted you?
Yes, sir. They kicked me off, but the lady said I had 10 days for the appeal.
I understand, but it's been 8 weeks.
overpaid my-
Colleen, is it safe to assume right now you are
I'm
no
homeless
longer...
and I have no help.
Is it safe to assume right now you're no longer eligible for Section 8?
I don't know. They haven't got back to me with any letters. I go in there, I sit there all day.
Once you're
and
evicted, generally you
Okay,
lose
so
it.
listen, Colleen,
Well, see, my
how
mother has
long...
several
Hold on,
evictions.
your last job you had was doing what?
I worked 2 jobs at the same time. I was Circle K and KFC for a year and a half. I worked them both last summer. Last year, I was just doing Circle K. And then my granddaughter was born July 20th, which they put me on administrative leave because
Hold
my
on.
son was only 7.
Are you taking care of your 17-year-old too?
No, his son, he just turned 18. Him and his wife and their baby have their own place.
Okay,
But
now...
because of his age, New Mexico does not see him as an adult.
Of course not.
So they,
Okay.
New Mexico has
You
done
listen,
us very wrong since
Colleen,
we've been here.
you don't have to tell me more than I ask because I want to help you in the interest of time.
Yes,
I want you to
There's
understand.
a lot of salty stuff out here. I don't like it here.
Do you want to come back?
I've never had so much issues with people.
Colleen,
civil
I need-
servants helping.
You're chasing rainbows.
Okay, just wait a sec. Do you want to come back to Colorado?
I have nothing out there either.
Okay,
I
so where
just
where
want a
you
home
are
for
right
my
now?
son.
I understand that. You're in New
I'm
Mexico.
in Anthony, New Mexico.
In where? What part?
Anthony, New Mexico. I'm right by El Paso.
Anthony, New Mexico. You want to stay there, and what do you need? What were you hoping we would tell you?
I was hoping there was a way you could investigate what the process that they did wrong with me.
Yeah,
Because
we
nobody
can.
seems to
Yes,
want to help
yes, we
here.
can, Colleen. We can.
I mean, they did me wrong. My baby, I went in there begging for my home. All it is, my
All
ring
right.
got stolen.
Where did you live? What was the name of the apartment complex?
The name of apartment complex is Cimarron. There's Cimmorn.
Cimarron.
Apartment. Yes, sir.
It's Cimarron.
And I just signed my lease too. Yes, sir. Cimarron.
Okay. And Cimarron, when were you evicted?
I was evicted 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
They gave me a 7-day notice.
Now,
They
what
came
was
my
the
apartment.
reason? What was the reason they gave you?
Well, the first one was because the lady startled me when I did a tune-up on my car. I never make a mess, but she startled me, and I lifted my head up, and the jack fell in the oil. I cleaned up the mess. I scrubbed
Okay,
it for
I understand.
7
Okay,
days,
okay.
24 hours.
Listen,
It's a clean
Colleen.
spot. I took pictures.
Colleen, don't
And
worry.
they still
Colleen,
evicted
you
me.
told me enough. I just wanted to know what was going on. So here's what. Do you want to go back to that place?
No, I just want a home. I want a shower.
Who is your? I understand. Who is your contact at Section 8?
Section 8, her name is supposed to be Myra Gonzalez. I've called, I've left messages. I went in there like 8 weeks ago, and even still, nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody wants to help me.
Well, one thing we're going to do, listen, Daphne is listening too, because I'm going to put her on this because no one does it better. Here, don't shake your head, Mark. See, Mark's shaking his head because he thinks Daphne chases unicorns. That's an expression we have for helping the helpless and helping hopeless situations. But if we can, we can.
I've never been so helpless. I worked for the county back home, sir.
Okay.
I worked for Adams County for 5 years.
Here's what we're going to do, Colleen. First, we really need to investigate your status with Section 8, okay?
Yes, I've never had any issues.
We'll make sure.
No nothing.
We'll make sure we get answers, okay?
Thank you. That's what I need.
Is Myra your caseworker?
Her name's Myra Gonzalez. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Are you on food stamps?
Yes, sir.
Are you using them to get food?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I give them to where my son gets to sleep that night. Is
I know.
where I put the food.
Do you have any other income?
No, sir. I've been donating plasma, and I'm stage 2 hypertension.
Okay. Do you have?
Schizophrenic with.
You better answer me the truth. Do you do drugs or alcohol?
I don't drink. I smoke cigarettes, and I smoke weed. That's it.
Okay. How much do you?
I'm honest about that.
How much you smoke weed? How much you smoke weed?
$5 could last me a month, sir. I take 1-2 hits and I'm good. It's just to help with my anxiety.
Mark, I want to help her. What do you think? I want to help her. I want to help her do something. I want to help her.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I'm not saying I'm a good person. I mean, I did what I had to do.
I don't know how to respond when someone says exactly what she just did. I know I'm not a good person.
What do you mean you're not a good person?
My mom has not been the greatest example. I mean, I've been sold for her drug debts. I've been beat.
You've been sold?
I've been raising my brother and my sons my whole life. I just wanted to do better for them than what was done for me.
Okay, I want to ask you something. Right now, your brothers are how old?
My brother just turned 30. My other one was killed years ago.
How is your brother doing, your surviving brother?
He's in the halfway house.
Okay. So you got a screwed up family. Where was your dad in all of this?
My dad was living his own life.
Okay. Hold on, all right? Hold on, Colleen. Don't hang up. Daphne, why don't you get her information? I want to get the Section 8 stuff going. And then, are you somewhere you can get mail or you can get, do you have any apps on your phone that you can receive money?
Not that I know of.
Do you know how to
about...
Do you know how to do that?
No, sir, I don't.
Do you have a smartphone?
Yes, sir, I do.
How do you afford that?
My brother, he just got a job working through McDonald's, and he's been paying the phone bill since I lost my job 2 months ago.
Daphne, would you talk her into downloading an app to transfer money?
Why'd you lose your job?
Because the place that I was, when I lost my apartment, the guy that I was seeing, he was going to help me. And when he moved me to Socorro, where his brother's house was, we were going to pay $300 a month. And the commute from there to my job was 2 hours.
Yeah, well, that's crazy. Are you with any guys right now, Colleen? Are you with any guys?
No, sir. I'm by myself.
You got to watch out for. You got to watch out for.
I have nobody but my son.
All right.
And I forgot about that. That's all I needed. I forgot God did not make nobody to love me.
Okay.
I was just supposed to help them.
Colleen.
And I forgot, and I promise I'll never do it again.
Colleen, we're going to talk to you off the air. Daphne's going to give you an app so you can receive money from me, okay? And we'll give you some emergency money. Did you hear? And then I'm going to check out your story because we don't want to help people who don't want to help themselves.
Believe me, sir, I've always been on my own.
Right.
I've never used the county unless I needed it.
Okay. Hang on. Don't hang up. I'm going to put you on hold, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. We have more coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW. An iHeartRadio.
Fine line between a saint and a sucker.
Okay, you know. Hey, I blow money. Do you blow money gambling ever?
Yep.
Okay.
Fair enough. I just don't know how anybody that emotional could ever hold it.
I'm not expecting anything. She's emotional because somebody's actually listening.
Ben, you know what you do? You just give her the money, knowing you'll
Mark,
never.
we talked to people for 40. I've talked to people for 40 years. You've talked to people for many years. I did not. I honest to God, something sounded sincere.
Well, to me it sounded sincere, but to me it sounds like a meth addict. So
she did. She did. She sounded, but she wasn't fast. But that, that voice, Mark, those women with that voice, you're right. That seems to be.
Have her send a picture. I'll probably tell her just want a picture.
I know it sounded weird. I wanted. Hey. I know this. Put on hold. I know this sounds weird. I want a picture of her smiling, and it's not for my weirdness. Tell her we want this. Hold on. We put it in our file.
into the office with a picture.
Now there's a reason. Okay, and we'll explain it to you. I want to see her eyes. I want to see her teeth. I want to see her complexion. I want her to just smile and send us a picture. Tell her you're going to use it. If you tell her I want it, it sounds weird. You're going to use it to just to put in a file. And we want to open a file. Just whatever you need to do. You understand? You can tell a lot from that.
Oh fuck yeah, you can. She was too erratic.
And it's got to be a picture where she's just doing it real time. Can't be like 5-year-old picture.
And then criminal history.
That'll be easy.
Criminal history is really easy.
But can you get New Mexico? Where she was here.
New Mexico courts and here.
Also, Dap, get a bunch of information so we can get a background check. Tell her it's standard operating procedure. Grant, did you hear me? Tell her if she didn't. Okay. Whatever we need, date of birth, all of that, social.
I guess I've been jaded so many times.
So have I.
I can jump to conclusions, but generally I'm right on this.
You are jaded for being scammed so many times.
That one, I got this one lady a house. She started turning tricks in it.
Mark,
it was
we
fucking
both
incredible.
did that one, and she wasn't so much turning tricks as having gentlemen men over. It wasn't necessarily prostitution.
Yeah, okay. They were climbing in through the window, multiple ones each night.
Long or short, bro?
It was pay way to pay.
Oh, good.
She could have been.
Fix it 24/7. What does that mean to you? To me, it means honesty, integrity, and skill. The fix it part. 24/7 means access. All you have to do is call 720-526-3939. I've known these people for many years. George, the owner, 20 years. He started as an electrician. He was with Candlelight years ago. I followed this company in his career to California. He's had many successful businesses. Why? Because he knows how to treat people. And he instills one thing in his people: honesty, integrity, and skill. They will do the job. They will do it right, or you don't pay a dime. They want you to be completely happy. And they have that $39 call charge. They're going to find that problem, no matter what it is, no matter how long it takes, and present you with options. And if you want to get it fixed, they refund that $39. And you won't find more service, the same parts, the same stuff for a better price ever. Oh yeah, you can find cheaper, but never the same job, never the skill, and never the 100% guarantee. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939.
Hey, your new building, you could probably get
Was I short on that?
people in there.
Easily. Damn, you're right, Dan. I'm sure all my neighbors would be like,
oh, sweet. How much time do I have?
Or should we go live with Tom Bruin? He's living in that warehouse.
God, Tom Bruin should open that place up to the...
So anyway, what do you think about Flacco? You think he didn't play last year, did he? No.
No, he played for Baltimore.
No, I like him.
I think he has some hope, bros. I think he has some hope.
Yeah, but he said a bad comment.
Oh, who gives a
What's
shit?
his comment?
He's not gonna.
I don't think it's my job to mentor talk show hosts.
He's not gonna what?
Mentor the quarterbacks, the young quarterbacks.
Why wouldn't he?
No, he says it's not his job. I agree. He says it's my job to play the best job I can do and get the winning spot, not to mentor others.
Really, if you read between the lines, he's saying I ain't training my replacement. That's what the fuck
Okay.
he's saying.
Of course, right. But you still got to help out. I mean, Manning did. Manning mentored the whole
I
team.
think naturally they end up doing it because he is a leader. Leaders generally end up doing that.
And that's what Manning did. In fact, Manning made the quarterbacks come over when he was the younger quarterbacks come over.
He was right on the exit too, though. Flacco's not on the exit. You know what I'm saying?
Flacco's what, 37? Is that what he's
that old?
I read something about Belichick. holy shit, man, he runs that thing like a fucking army.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he is the general, and that's all there is to it, and it works.
34.
If you might not like him, but if you don't think that system works, you're fooling yourself.
You know, I got to tell you, his quarterback, Brady, is a quality person.
Oh, he's not only a quality person, he's a quality player. He's probably the best that ever walked.
He can get twice what he gets right now.
He is so easy to hate. That guy.
Well, it's because he's so good.
Everything.
Supermodel wife.
Everything.
Yeah. Good looking, supermodel
Smart.
wife.
In
Top
college,
of the
he
game.
was like freaking a genius. I mean,
Was he really?
oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
The guy is unbelievable.
But I don't know why he's like hard to hit or easy to hate. I mean, he's just a good guy.
You know what I mean by that.
People understand what
People
we
hate
it was
total
jealousy.
success.
You're like, oh, it's still normal.
I don't like Oprah. Ask me why. I don't know. She's too successful.
He was like finishing up and I think
No.
we saw him walking around campus.
She's so successful.
Like super tired.
It's amazing.
I'm Tom Marchino.
Oh, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Dr. Mike Hederscheit, Bright Light Chiropractic, brightlightdenver.com if you want to make your own appointment. I want to ask a question. Okay, what the hell is whiplash? It seems to me that everybody in a car accident says they have whiplash. I want to know exactly what it is. Seriously.
Yeah, so when you get hit, especially from the rear end, your neck does like a hyperextension and it does a hyperflexion.
Does it truly injure you?
Oh, absolutely. We can talk about 5 miles per hour can cause a whiplash injury.
Come on.
Major injury.
Okay. What if it's hyperextended? What does it do?
Hyperextended is from getting hit, but then it's actual hyperflexion. So coming back down like this, that causes the damage.
He can check their range of motion to tell
And
how
what
bad it
damage
is.
does it do? What are the symptoms?
Yeah, so I mean, we're talking like we can see tingling into the fingertips is really common with that. Just general neck pain, neck stiffness. But yeah, range of motion testing can tell me whether or not.
And you obviously treat that. That's one of the most famous things chiropractors do is whiplash.
Yeah.
But that's also a stereotype. Like, you know, you have to come 3 or 4 times the rest of your life, and insurance companies hate it. Really, and I'm not trying to make light of it. What is an average case to get this really treat it and get it done? I don't mean done forever, but, you know, not maintenance. I mean the severe injury part.
Yeah, if we're looking at fixing a whiplash from an accident, you know, it could be a month, it could be 2 months, but just getting aggressive care to make sure that you're staying on top of things to be doing outside the office, getting the adjustments, working with all of your doctors together.
Yeah.
To make sure you're getting the results, but it doesn't have to be a lifetime thing.
All right, 303-71. Mark, what were you going to say?
If someone else, and I've had this question twice and I've never asked you, if someone has had the same chiropractor forever, they're not seeing the results, would you offer them at least
second opinion?
Yeah, well, yeah, because you do stuff a little different than a lot of people. So would you do something for them?
Yeah, if somebody's working with a chiropractor for years and they love them, I don't want to take any business. But hey, if they want a second look at what's going on with them, I can, you know, do my analysis and then.
And what I'd like,
I can send them right back to that chiropractor too after.
What I'd like, if you go to him, don't tell him what your previous chiropractor said, and see if they are in agreement, or if not, why. Really. Zach, what's going on? Sorry for the wait, Zach. What's happening?
No, you're good. I bought a vehicle from Pete Kia North about 6 months ago, and it's been nothing but a mess. It's been in the shop more than I've got to drive it, so it prompted me to try and trade it in for something new. So when I went to a different dealership, they pulled a Carfax on it.
Now, wait a minute. So how long did you have this one from Pete Kia?
I've had it for 6 months.
And what kind is it?
It's a 2008 Dodge Ram 2500 with a diesel.
Dodge? Oh, okay. Now, what did they find on the Carfax?
So the Carfax that I found with the other dealership showed that it had been in an accident.
Here's what I want to know. Did they pull a Carfax at Pete Kia?
Yes, they did, and it showed nothing.
Okay, they presented you with a Carfax. They did, or you pulled it?
No. They pulled. It's called AutoCheck, not Carfax. It's called AutoCheck, but it's like Carfax.
Well, who pulled that?
Pete Kia.
And when they pulled it, they gave it to you as part of the sale?
Yes.
And they said, look, clean history?
Yes.
And then when you went to this other place, did they do an AutoCheck or a Carfax?
A Carfax.
And the Carfax said It was in an accident.
It was in an accident, reported hail damage.
What kind of accident?
It doesn't say. It just says that it needed $6,000 worth of damage repaired.
That's not major. And then hail damage in addition to that?
It didn't show how much money they had to do to fix it, the hail damage.
Well, what's the relevance of
No, here's what I want to know. Well, I guess that is a good question. What's the relevance? What do you want?
It's an 08.
Well, I mean, there's 47, when I first bought it, it had 47,000 kilometers on it. I've barely put 49,000 kilometers on it.
Why are you talking kilometers anyway?
Because it's from Canada.
Okay.
It's a Canadian truck.
Okay, listen, here's what I want to get to first. Okay, let's just get to the elephant in the room, as they say.
Okay.
They don't have to tell you about previous accident history, okay? They can't lie about it. Hold on. They can't lie about it. They can't cover it up, but they don't have to tell you on a used car as is.
Okay.
It's just, the reason I'm telling you that is so you don't go off half-cocked. People think, you knew it. They don't have to tell you. Now, if they covered it up by giving you some fake auto check thing and took it off there, that's a problem. Okay?
Yes.
But that's the unfortunate thing, is when people find out, well, the dealer didn't tell me. Now, if the dealer lies about it, that's different. That's or even insinuates like this is in perfect shape and you can prove it. Hold on, we'll come right back to you.
This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts.
For the most part, the lunch hour drive.
I can't do it right after this. All right, right after this.
Boy,
that's
yeah, right.
because I want to remember it.
He's got a nice suit jacket.
Well, no, I have two of this.
You know where I got this?
Mark does clothes. I do shoes.
You sons of bitches.
Sons of bitches. So if you ever go to New Orleans,
yeah.
I was there like 35 years ago, and a kid pulled that.
And then followed him around trying to get the $5.
No, he didn't follow me around. He said, I'm not going to pay you.
Pulled a knife on him. Said,
I've heard that have followed people around for doing that lately.
Well, what, telling them where you're betting them lunch or just to where they got their shoes?
They don't bet them, they bet them $20.
You know where it would be smart doing that?
Okay, guys. Sorry, thanks. People coming out of the shoe store. You know, one of the best offers I've seen in the transmission business from one of the best shops, Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. I, honest to God, don't know how they do it, but as long as they're doing it, you're nuts if you don't take advantage of it. Here it is. If you have transmission trouble and you're inclined to get it fixed, you think you may, they'll take it apart, take it out of the car, open it up, and give you an exact estimate, free of charge. If you decide not to have the work done, there's no charge. If you take it somewhere else, there's no charge. If you just have it done, they don't back charge you. Free, free, free. That's Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. 303-781-9858. You don't get better.
Was that a verbal contract then?
What's that?
Yeah, is that really lunch for lunch?
Well, actually, no, we have it all recorded.
Yeah,
it's not. It is.
I'm going to raise the defense of shenanigans.
Your Honor, I plead shenanigans. Can you imagine?
No, I would say
these poor judges
mentally
do
minor
small
claims, not able to enter into a contract.
What do you mean? No, they don't.
Can you
go to them?
Sean, can you imagine if you're a judge and you're in Denver small claims, wouldn't you fucking hang yourself? I don't even know how they wake up in the morning and have
The guy's
and show up.
75, 80 years old. It's up there.
He's complaining
Aren't they
about.
often
I'm going. His
magistrates?
life is it's so bad.
He might be magistrate. Yeah, certainly. I don't know about Denver.
And what really is the difference, truly, between a magistrate? Hold on.
That is a good question. I wondered that.
Buy and build is becoming buy and build kitchen and bath. To you, it means nothing except they're going to have a new location. But it means everything when it comes to savings, even more savings. Right now, before they moved, 4800 Washington Street, I just went up there and bought some cabinets, a whole crap load with a countertop for my garage. You know that? I'm putting the great cabinets in my garage, not because I'm rich, because these guys are selling them cheaper than Home Depot sells garage cabinets. And it's going to look beautiful. You can do that too for your home. And I'm telling you this, real prices, this is not for me. The entire L shape I did with upper and lower cabinets, $2,000. Honest to God, $2,000. Now, it was $12,000 at Home Depot for similar cabinets. Not even as good, actually. You got to go to 4800 Washington Street, okay? And then they're going to become buy and build kitchen and bath, the same stuff, 303-295-6022, buyandbuild.net.
I get it. One is basically...
How much time? Okay, just, you know what? I'm just going to go.
One is defined.
Mark, just start.
Okay.
And I mean, I'll be back in a minute.
One is, I get it, man. A magistrate can't handle everything, first of all.
True.
And they're not not elected, but they're not put there by someone. In other words, they're just hired. Where a judge
the judge is appointed.
Yes.
Yeah, so a judge is going to have a lot more job security. A magistrate can be fired.
And your small claims court's probably a magistrate.
Well, I thought we elected judges.
We do. That's a judge.
We don't elect judges.
Well, don't we vote on them?
Oh, we vote them out.
We retention vote.
Right.
Gotcha.
Oh, that is weird. So they're appointed.
Correct.
That is weird. So they're appointed by the governor?
Correct.
And then the people can get rid of them.
Yes.
How do you get rid of them?
Weird.
If they got one person vote for them, are they good?
No. So it's a majority. I mean, it's just like any other
50-50?
Right.
Why does it work that way?
It's a great system.
Can the governor get rid of them?
No, governor cannot get rid of them. Right. The only way they can either quit or they can be voted.
But there's no way, this is going constitutional, but there's no way to get rid of a Supreme, period. No one.
Supreme Court justice?
Yeah, there's no
they
vote.
They can be impeached by the Senate.
By the Senate.
Right.
Oh, that's right. They talked about that with Kavanaugh.
Right.
But they have to have 75, 80% or whatever, 2/3.
Right. Whatever the requirements are.
But here we have age limit on judges too, though, right? In Denver or Denver, Colorado.
So
I thought I thought they had to take a test or something.
You don't question the judge.
All right, I want to get right back to Zach. Zach, I got a few questions for you.
So you bought this 08, you go to trade it in. Is the bottom line, Zach, that they're not giving you what you think they should give you on the trade-in?
That and the fact that there's a mileage inconsistency.
Because of the kilometers, right?
Yes.
Well, okay, here's what I would do. I just want to tell you something. Trade-ins suck. I don't care what dealership it is, and Tom might differ on this. Generally, you can get more. If you download Blinker, you might get what you want on that actual trade-in. Really, that's it. You going back in time and bitching about kilometers, Tom, what do you think? I mean...
What do you mean?
He's saying there was a discrepancy in the mileage.
Now, okay, I mean, there could be that, but like, what are you going to do about it? You'd have to prove, okay, there are two things. There's the problem and then there's the damage. How much of a discrepancy is there, Zach?
I mean, the fact of the matter was is just that they lied to me. Is that's all.
I know, but
I went to the other dealership.
I know this sounds crazy, and I think our attorney will back us up today. Sean Olson. Sean, even if somebody lies to you, what has to be associated with it?
Well, there has to be some intent.
And what else? Damage, for God's sakes.
Well, sure.
What if he lied to you and it didn't damage you? See, what's the damage? You don't understand, Zach. How much of a discrepancy is there?
I mean, there is.
How much? How many miles?
It's not the miles part. It's the part that the vehicle's just been a crappy vehicle.
Zach, that's the hold on. That's the as-is part. You see, here's the point, Zach. You can't associate the lying with the problems unless they truly lied where it caused. In other words, what was the discrepancy? Was it 50,000 miles? Then you got a big one.
Okay. So I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it went into a dealership in Alberta...
No, just this. I just need to know this. What do you think? That's all I want. You don't have to tell me the story. It has how many miles on it for real?
Recorded 80,000.
But what do you think it really has?
I mean, 4 people have owned it prior to being told that there was only one owner, so I don't know.
So you're saying it could be a big discrepancy?
Yes.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
Who do you think messed with the odometer?
I couldn't tell you that either.
On the odometer statement you got with the purchase, did it say true mileage unknown?
On the Carfax, yes, it said true mileage unknown.
On your contract with Peak?
No, it didn't.
Did it say actual mileage?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. I would. How long have you had the truck?
6 months.
Okay, I would go in. How much did you pay for it, did you say?
30.
I would go in and demand that they undo the deal because there was a discrepancy in mileage, and you can show it.
That's still an assumption. How's he going to show it?
I thought he said he has proof.
What's your proof? The Carfax says what?
The Carfax says that it shows on the Carfax that at one point in time it had 80,000 miles, then it had 60,000
Yeah,
miles.
that's
then
a
it had
problem.
40,000 miles.
Yep. That's a big problem. And if you can show that with a Carfax, you go to the dealer licensing board.
Understand, though, honest to God, man, understand any automotive shop like Pro Auto or anybody, when they do an oil change, they report to Carfax. One little fat finger can do all kinds of stuff.
No, he says it's more than once.
And it's more than once. I mean, how can you more than once?
It kept going down.
Can you send us that? Can we look at that Carfax?
We want to look at it, Zach. Now, Zach.
Yeah, I have the company email.
Zach, look at it. I'm not a fan of Peak. I don't think they would intentionally roll back an odometer, but it doesn't matter. If they told you it was true mileage and it's not, you have a discrepancy in that transaction. And you can demand, now I'm not saying you're going to get it, but you can demand, and now if they say let's trade you into another vehicle, then you let us take a look at the trade, because many times that's just a way to screw you again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't do business with
Zach,
them ever again.
Here's what I would say if I were you, okay? Not legal advice. This is conversation advice. I have noticed there is a discrepancy in mileage. Your odometer statement clearly states that this is the actual mileage, and it's not. I need this deal undone. I need it undone. Or I need to get into a vehicle I thought I was buying. Now, I'm telling you, and you tell them, if not, I'm going to the media, I'm going to the dealer licensing board, and I'm going to an attorney. So I want you to, but don't be angry. I want you to talk to them exactly like that and get back to us. All right, so Dr. Mike Hederscheit, any specials for our listeners? Yes, come on, give me one.
Yeah, we'll do one. $47 for the chiropractic exam and first treatment.
And first treatment. Okay, now that's great. Why 47, by the way? Are you weird?
Yeah.
47, I like it.
Just a number.
No, I like it, seriously. It's usually $50, which is a deal for just the exam and the x-rays and the scans. He's going to do all of that, okay, plus the first adjustment for $47. Make your own appointment at brightlightdenver.com and then tell him Tom said it, okay, for that deal for $47. And then, Sean Olson, thanks for being here, man. And for anyone with medical malpractice or issues, they want to run something by an attorney, it's 303-586-7297. Save all your problems for me.
Season after season, quality's the reason people trust K&H Home Solutions.
DUI cases. Mike, thanks for dropping in, albeit late. We got some stuff in. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sons of bitches. But I'm inoculated against that joke now, and so I leave this office better.
Now I can tell you how to beat it.
That's right.
What's that worth?
What?
For lunch? I can tell you how to beat it if someone plays that joke.
That's worth the dessert.
Okay.
At the lunch.
So you tell them they're not my shoes.
Oh, Jesus. Gentlemen, it's good seeing you again.
Yeah.